But I think you'd have to put, like, GeekVerse on the front.
Yeah, I don't think you put the GV, because GV people are like, what the fuck is just GV?
For me, like, I always wear, like, sweaters and stuff, right? So if you just see GV, like...
Yeah, that could be anything, really.
let them figure it out.
No, that's how they go to the page.
You can be like...
Geological variance.
Then they have to come and talk to us. But
then they have to come.
A lot of people don't like doing that, so...
Nowadays, people don't like talking to people.
In fact, I saw a shirt and I didn't know what it stood for. I don't typically ask
but we got friendly faces. I'm sure they'll be like, hey, what does the GV mean? You'll be like, well...
They'll walk away mid-sentence. How you explain it?
Turn around. Oh, the search bar. Be pretty lame.
Well, should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, get this... What was that? That was not really enthusiastic. Oh, shucks.
I'm gonna drink some water.
What's going on? Are you sure there's water in there? You sound like there's alcohol in there. Oh, I'm gonna drink some water.
Who knows? Tastes like water.
I debated.
Bring alcohol?
Bringing in alcohol. I don't have to drive home. Worst case scenario, I walk home.
I don't care if people are drunk. Just, I guess we're not.
This is gonna be the
we're
only
not G-rated
situation.
anymore, so we can say anything.
This is the only situation where I'm not gonna be driving home though, because I'm gonna be getting a new car. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I live here, so I could probably get drunk every cast I wanted to.
He has been. Plot twist.
That's my secret.
Dylan's been drunk every episode.
Dylan, this is supposed to be the point where you're supposed to offer us alcohol.
This is why I never understand anything that we're talking about. I often have to ask
He's like
questions
the
I've
Hulk
already
in
asked.
Avengers. Since I'm always angry, I'm always drunk. That's my secret. I'm always drunk.
That's me.
Well, welcome to the GeekVerse podcast. This is secretly just an intervention for Dylan this episode.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm the always drunk Dylan.
They always drunk.
Apparently.
I am the Genie Travis Snell.
Still. As in like pants?
As in David Bowie. I got like 10 Bowie like
I don't know that
nicknames.
reference.
Yeah,
So.
there's a song just called Genie.
Okay. Don't know that song.
Look it up, kids. It's out there. Yeah.
We're rated explicit. There's no kids listening to this podcast.
Whatever.
I am the Liquid Thunder, Jessica.
Ooh.
That's powerful.
I don't get it.
I don't know, I kind of just came up with it.
Oh, then that's good then. I like it.
It's better
You
than,
ruined the moment.
it's better than Taylor DeBalm Field. That's still the worst one
Oh, I
I've ever
forgot
heard
about
yet.
that.
In all of almost like over 35 episodes we've done.
Taylor DeBalm Field.
Taylor DeBalm
That was
Field.
pretty bad. I'm Taylor.
Oh no.
The Poe Dameron.
Poe Dameron.
Dameron.
The Poe Dameron? He's not The Rock. He didn't refer himself in the third person. Oh, man. And then finally...
Ooh, I am the GV Tyler Briggs. That's
Oh.
my sponsor.
There you go.
That's not a bad
And
idea.
can you tell us what GV stands for?
Geological variance.
Yeah. Oh, there goes that fell from the Geological Variance podcast. It's so good. They don't talk about it at all. They talk about comics and whatnot, but it's pretty good. I think folks, it's definitely going to be one of those episodes. I can already tell. We just started and we're kind of already...
Laughing mood.
Yeah. Shout outs to Kirkland. He's homesick, so get homesick. Get well soon. Get home soon.
Also, Kirkland, while you're sitting in bed, watch 7. You're supposed to have watched that like 20 casts
He
ago.
probably has.
He has all the time in the world right now, but he probably still won't.
You know what? I actually texted him this morning and asked for a ride here, and he said he couldn't because he was sick. And I told him, "Well, you're sitting in bed. You should watch 7."
Nice.
And he just said, "LOL."
That's a no from Kirkland.
No, what he's saying is I'm playing League of Legends.
Yeah.
Or Skyrim. Or helping his grandma move.
Yeah. What I was going to say...
What were you going to say?
Because, I was really disappointed. I forgot this last week. When we did our predictions, I forgot to predict that Leo will win an Academy Award this year. That really stung. When I got home, I looked at my predictions, I totally forgot. So, mark me down. Yeah, no, no, like a Nickelodeon.
10 Chunks of Water.
Yeah, Teen Hottie of 2016.
Teen Chunks of
Leo. He gets a surfboard.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, guys. I'm so glad I lost to Michael Fassbender at the Oscars, but look what you don't have, Fassbender. You don't have no surfboard.
I can actually use this for something.
Yeah, your award just, validates you as an actor. But yeah, that's my prediction. I had to get that out there because I think that won't be right. I already think my Deadpool's wrong.
What was your Deadpool prediction?
I said it would not make that much money, and it's tracking for a 60 million weekend, which is good.
Seems like people want to see it.
Yeah, I don't know. I just because with Watchmen and V for Vendetta and Kick-Ass, always radar comic movies, I've always got very excited. And then it's oh, guess what? It bombed. So I was kind of it's just kind of like that history repeats itself. So it was like, if it was 30 million or under, it would be not good. But it's tracking for 55 plus. So if it hits that, it's officially a hit. So I could be wrong. That's just what it's
I
tracking.
feel like you also have Ryan Reynolds, right?
Yeah,
And
but
he's pretty famous. He's pretty popular.
yeah, but I don't know if he's that big anymore.
Is he? I don't know.
I just money.
I feel like he's a household name, you know?
But his movies don't do that well. Trust me.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this Deadpool we're talking
Yeah.
about? Okay.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah. I predicted
I
it was
zoned
gonna
out
like
for a
be like
second
30
there.
million to under, and now Zoolander's supposed to be that. So.
Did you hear what happens if you get the Blu-ray of Deadpool? Because
No.
apparently, what I found out was if you get the Blu-ray version, they're adding a ton of like extra deleted scenes and stuff, like when he's saying like you look like an avocado had sex with another older.
Oh, so a bunch of those.
Yeah, they have an excess amount of those that are
Good.
really bad.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Oh,
screw them.
didn't they just do a new Deadpool comic?
Yeah, I just read them yesterday
That's
actually.
probably why the hype is there.
Oh, it's really good.
When's that coming out?
February 12th.
Valentine's?
It's close. It's close, but
We're doing a GeekVerse Valentine's Day.
Oh, I think I'm in a podcast. I'm like, what could we talk about the best Valentine's Day movie? I'm like, oh god. But no, and there's like a petition going around. They're trying to make parents are trying to make it PG-13. But they've said that's not happening.
Did you see the Twitter thing about that? This woman posted like, my son wants to go see. He's trying to get petitions, and Deadpool comments, "Fuck you, and you're a horse."
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty great. That's great. It's great. Cyberbullying all the way.
Was that like from like a Ryan Reynolds official?
No,
or
I think
something?
it's like a
Just
joking
okay.
account.
Yeah.
But I think it's someone that
I
like.
think that would have been a little bit better.
Yeah, if Ryan, yeah, he would have got in a bit more
Straight from
trouble.
Ryan Reynolds,
I don't know.
Fuck you.
If you've ever like actually looked through his Twitter, him and Deadpool are pretty like, spot on.
Oh.
So I could have seen him actually doing that.
He's
Maybe
legitimately
he actually is the Deadpool.
he's legitimately the most perfect casting we've ever got for a comic book. In the comic book, way long, like 10, 20 years ago, Deadpool said he was, I can't remember who, but it was like he was a combination of some old actor and Ryan Reynolds, and he said that even like before, and Reynolds at that point was like, oh yeah, that's my dream to play him, and it's been like, for a while it didn't seem like it was going to happen, but now it's happening. I'm pretty excited for that, so.
I'll go ahead and throw it out there. Back when we all worked at Target, me and Travis were talking about the possibility of Deadpool becoming a movie one day. And Travis just sat there. He's like, Ryan Reynolds needs to do it. And then, lo and behold, it became a thing. So.
Yeah, it's just one of those for years it's been talked about, but it was talked about so much, it's like, we've just talked about like ourselves into like it's never gonna actually happen, it's too good to be true, and like that's kind of maybe that's why I've always been like, I don't know if the movie's gonna be good, I don't know if it's gonna make money, because the whole time I'd be like, this is too good to be true, like something has to be wrong, like it has to bomb, or the movie has to be bad, or Ryan Reynolds is gonna like get caught like having I don't know, I don't want to actually go into any scenario, but like something bad, dealing drugs, and like something. Yeah, prediction of 2016, he'll get caught dealing heroin at the premiere
on the red carpet.
Okay, he better be in the costume though.
I think I guarantee you when they do like late night TV talk shows, he will. Like Sacha Baron
No, I'm
Cohen.
talking about when he's handing out heroin.
Oh, he has to. He's trying to conceal his identity, right? Like, didn't you play him in the movie? But
Just like Taylor in his kick-ass costume with his bread and chicken, so that way.
yeah, no one knows. You gonna show up to Deadpool in your kick-ass costume, Taylor?
You totally should.
Get my ass kicked.
Does anyone want to start with news or anything? Or
Ooh, I have something.
Go.
Let's
get on track.
pretty cool news. Atari is bringing 100 games to Steam.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I heard about
old
that.
games. They're bringing them to Steam,
E.T.?
and I don't know. I haven't
Probably
looked through the
100
entire
games.
list of 100, but like classics like Asteroids, Centipede, Missile
Yeah.
Command, that sort of stuff.
That's
so
awesome.
that's super exciting. I'm totally gonna get Asteroids like right away. That is my life.
Yeah.
right
That's your
there.
life.
If you're looking for like an actual like remade Atari, Bed Bath & Beyond has like remade ones for like $59.
50, they're $49.99, and there's like Coleco's and there's Sega's, and they have 80 games built in.
Really?
And then you can
Yeah.
also put
I
in
got the Sega one.
cartridges.
Wait, this is
You
a
got
Bed
the
Bath
Sega?
& Beyond.
Yeah, I got the Sega.
They have
Is
a
it
lot of
good?
cool stuff.
It's pretty cool. It's got like
Whoa.
all the old Sonic and stuff, and then there was either Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat. I went with Street Fighter.
That's really cool.
What?
It was from Matt for Christmas, and he wanted Street Fighter.
Okay, that's fair.
So I shouldn't say I got it. Matt got it for Christmas, but yeah, they're really cool, and they actually do like play like old Atari and old Sega games and stuff.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah, if
Shout
you-
out to Bed Bath & Beyond.
So yeah, if you want,
So-
if you don't have Steam but you want to play the games, Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pay
That's
us
cool,
money
though.
to advertise.
Yeah, we're waiting for any sponsor. But
Anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we're sponsored by GB, so.
Ryan Reynolds like heroin business. Like, hey, you want in?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll take it.
They're offering us $1,000 an
It's better
episode.
than anything else we've been offered.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, the Atari's new Roller Coaster Tycoon World
Oh,
is
Roller Coaster Tycoon is
it's going
my
to be
jam.
previewed at PAX 2016. So
Oh.
tune into that. Get
When is
excited.
PAX?
I don't know.
Oh.
You said when?
There's multiple
Yeah,
of
It's
them
in
a year.
2016.
PAX
So-
20, that's all we got. Okay.
That's all I got right now.
I
There's
know,
like a
I
PAX
think
East,
it's
PAX
before
West.
E3, obviously.
At some sort of
PAX
PAX,
South,
there will be a
PAX
Roller
North.
Coaster
And
Tycoon
PAX is
preview.
one of those ones that it's actually open to public, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyone know the costume?
They're gonna have a
No.
Smash tournament there too.
Are you going?
Yep.
No.
Probably.
Actually, if
Depends
it's not
on
far,
when
I'll
it
go.
is, too.
Yeah.
I don't think they are that far.
No, they have multiple. Like they're all over.
Because they have
Yeah.
like PAX East, PAX West,
Yeah.
and like
North,
I
south.
don't know.
South
about-
and north or
Do
the
they
other
also
two
have north and
directions.
south?
I don't know.
I know
but those are
the
the other
directions,
directions.
but-
Right in the middle. PAX right in the middle.
PAX Center.
The PAX Center.
Well, if you go, bring back some cool souvenirs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember I've only played those games for sure 90s. I can't remember
Back
last
in
time
the day.
I can't remember last time I played it, but I'm thinking 99, 2000 maybe the latest. But yeah, they were always fun. I don't remember them, but I just remember always fun.
They'll probably be like super cheap, so it'll
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah. You got anything else, Tyler?
Yes, I do, actually. There is Splatoon. I don't know if you've read about this. They've finally released their final content. I don't know if you heard about
That was
that.
on the disc the whole time.
Oh, so
I
now
guess
it's, now it's the time
Yeah.
to buy finally?
Exactly.
I'm still
So
salty
apparently
about
all
the
the
whole
content for Splatoon is now released.
Mm.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you have it?
I haven't played it in a minute, but
Okay. There you go.
it's a good game. It's
Like
fun.
a
I've
Good
never
minute?
actually played the game. I just saw it.
I just the only
Pretty
problem I
interesting.
have with it is like no one else I know has it, and it would be a really
Fair
fun
enough.
game to play with
Yeah.
friends, but no one has it. So
I'll get Splatoon
Mhm.
2, I think.
well now
If I have
get all
a
the content.
Nintendo console. But yeah, no. If you're waiting for all the content to be released, there it is. So go get the game now.
Yeah.
Give Dylan some people to play with.
Yeah, true
He-
enough.
Yeah. Always need
True
some
enough.
friends.
Why someone
Um,
does
I
game.
have 0 friends on the Wii U. I think.
We
Yeah.
could be friends.
We could
Everyone
be.
says that, but no one does that on me. Like, yeah,
Well,
that's
what's the
It's such a pain. You have to like put in like 20 digits or something.
And,
It's like,
and then
I
the
don't
other
wanna do
person
that.
has to do it too. Like, doesn't matter if I add you, you still have to go and add me.
Yeah.
No, it's silly.
Oh,
It doesn't
Nintendo.
like friends request.
You can't like talk to them over like I don't know. It's just not.
Anything.
It's not really a good system.
No.
Somehow we end up complaining about Nintendo every single time.
Always. They have to.
without fail.
Yeah, they gotta.
We're very
we,
consistent.
we always have so
Impressive.
much faith in them.
Yet we all throw tons of money
We
at them.
praise them
Yeah.
so much,
Yeah.
but
So much.
It's all
money.
out of love.
yeah.
Is it? Okay.
It,
I
yeah,
think
it's
So I want them to be better. But
constructive criticism.
exactly. Yeah.
And then lastly, Blade and Soul. I don't know if you guys heard about that. It's an MMO.
No idea.
About-
No, I
it's
don't.
like-
It just came out, but it's gaining lots
Yeah.
of traction. Yeah, very
It
popular.
was
Are you making a
it's been
prediction
released.
about it?
No, I have not.
It's gonna
But
gain
it's
lots
been
of traction.
released over eastward,
Eastward.
eastward like Asia and
Oh, okay.
those places.
Yeah.
And then it was just released on the 19th, actually in North America
Okay.
and Europe. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually currently downloading on my computer while this is happening at home at my house. It's being downloaded, so I'll put in some hours into
Do us
it
a nice
this
review
next
next
week, and then I'll see what I'll let you guys know what I
So
think
far,
of it.
people are loving it, from what I've seen on Twitch.
Mhm,
and
I've
Twitter and
heard
stuff.
lots of good things about it. I actually haven't looked into the game, so I'm pretty much going into it like completely blind.
Mhm.
But I've heard like good things about it, lots of praise, so I'm really excited for it.
Nice.
So I'll keep you guys updated next week.
Yeah. You
And
can post it
that's
at
all I got.
Facebook if you want.
Yeah, for sure. I'll stream. You guys
yeah.
can check it out.
We keep saying that, but no one has ever gotten around to it.
Yeah.
We will eventually at some point, but.
Alright, I got some things.
Okay.
So, I don't want to spoil any of Genesis, but I just want to say that it was an amazing tournament. It's probably the best one I've ever seen. So, Genesis 3, go back and watch
Is
it.
this your guys' predictions?
Our
right here
predictions. We did our. I don't even remember what my predictions were, and I erased
My
the list.
predictions were awful.
Yours was
I think I had, like,
Mango,
2
Mango
people.
6 or something was the top one, wasn't it? That
I
was
had
yours?
I had Mango
I put
first.
Mango as like
Yours
5th. I had him on the full
Did
buster.
Mango get
but
first?
No.
No,
Oh,
he
what
got
was
second
It?
though. It was
So much for
the
no
comeback.
spoilers.
I don't know
I don't know why you weren't trying to spoil it. It happened.
It's
It's
been a
like
week.
no spoilers on the Super Bowl. but
because people have like spoiler-free links and stuff.
I feel like it's been a week. People have.
Yeah. Anyway, but it was an amazing tournament. go back and watch it. It's
Oh,
probably the
So
best
for
one I've
sure.
ever
So if
seen.
Mango has, did your guy get first?
Yeah.
Oh, you
That
got
was-
first.
That was the easy pick.
That was the easy
Everyone
pick,
knew he was
though.
gonna get
It was pretty obvious what
Why
was
didn't you
gonna
pick
happen.
one then?
Because I
Hype.
yeah, pretty much.
Before we get
Oh,
on
sick.
that, you are posting way too much Star Wars spoilers on Facebook. There's been like 2 or 3 things I've been like, man, it
What's
isn't.
Star Wars stuff?
There's been
Star
stuff,
Wars spoilers.
but who wore it better and stuff like that. You've posted way too much. I think like
On my own Facebook?
yeah, your own Facebook. I'm fine because I've seen the movie 3 times,
Okay,
but like
it's been
I
long.
feel like
been
I
long
feel like it's
enough.
been long enough that if you haven't seen the movie, the spoilers aren't going to bother you.
I
And
guess
how could I not share that Who Wore
Okay,
It Better?
that Who Wore It Better was
That
hilarious.
awesome.
Did you guys see the Who Wore
I
It Better?
didn't, but now I'm
No.
intrigued.
So the picture of
skip 2 minutes if you haven't seen Star Wars.
it was
Yes.
a picture of Han Solo with a lightsaber through him, and it was
Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon Jinn with a lightsaber through
Like
him.
beside each other.
Who wore it better?
Well, what's your opinion? Who wore it better?
Qui-Gon actually, because that fonts looked really photoshopped. Like they're both, but like it was like weird and like. You know. Anyways, I just want to touch on that when you brought up spoilers. I was just like, but anyways.
All right, it's not really news, but it's just something funny. So I'm really involved in like the speedrun community. I just think like video game speedruns are really cool. And so for GoldenEye, it's been speedrun since it like first came out. And apparently there's this thing called GoldenEye G Day, which is January 23rd, which is tomorrow. And apparently that's the only day in the year that a world record has not been broken for the game.
Or it's today. You mean?
Yeah, this is gonna. Okay, right. On
It's
the 23rd
today.
of January,
Boom.
today, if you're listening, the day this comes out, it's the only day of the year where a world record has not been broken for the game. So there's I don't even know exactly what it is, but if you go on Twitch, I'm sure it'll be all over
It's gonna
Twitch.
be a lot.
I just thought it's funny that actually has happened. That's crazy.
So a record's been broken like every other
Every
day.
single day of the year except for January
And-
23rd,
And over how many years this is?
since the game came out.
So it happens like at once a day every year, or just collectively?
Well, like just like some random guy would get a world record on like April 2nd, and it just so happens that like a world record has been broken on every single day of the year except for January 23rd.
Okay, so collectively. Okay.
Yeah, like not like one guy.
consecutively.
No, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Not like every
So,
single day.
I just thought that was like a hilarious
But
fact.
yeah, it's
so,
really random.
I don't know. If you go on Twitch, I'm sure it'll be.
So
For
yeah.
some reason,
high up.
I might watch that one. Like Mario.
It's a
Wonder,
really
I'm kinda
funny
like, oh,
speedrunning
cool,
game
but, like,
because
yeah.
what they do is like they're always looking down so
Yeah.
that they don't load as many things so they can move faster because the game lags because it's on the N64. So it's really funny because you can't like most of the time they're just looking at the ground and you don't even really know what's going on. But
Great.
it is an interesting game for speedrunning.
Great game.
At least. And then the other thing that we're going to talk about is Nintendo, of course. 'cause
As always.
Always talking about Nintendo.
Yeah.
Always.
So there's been a lot of rumors.
Whispers.
All of it's rumors.
Whispers
As
in the
with
West.
anything of the Super Wii Cube 64U, all rumors. So the first thing is the potential release of like a portable console, and then like later a home console.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't even know.
First of all, like, because I think there's like 3 things, right? We're gonna kind of talk about with
Yeah.
Nintendo. We should say. Do you think with each of them? Do you think this is true? For some reason, I think this is true. Scarily, I think this one's true.
I can
Honestly,
see it
I-
being true.
and
Well,
I don't.
here's one thing for it is like, if you look at their last generation, Wii U was not successful
Yeah.
at all. 3DS was incredibly successful, so they're trying to find a medium between the two. I don't know, like
But it's weird to. I just wonder if parents are gonna buy them the handheld, and
that's the thing. You have to buy them separately.
But that's what I mean, and then be like,
According
we
to
don't
rumors.
need the NX. If it like, I want to know how it's marketed and whatnot. Because if it's just NX handheld, NX console,
Mhm.
I worry the NX handheld will do great, but then the console will do even worse because it'll
Right.
be like, if they're playing the same games. Because apparently there's more rumors too that's gonna not even be disc oriented. We talked about that a long time ago, but
Mhm.
apparently it is gonna be like Steam, but with Nintendo games. That's the big
Yeah.
rumor going
Yeah.
on too, which is like that could that would definitely be awesome. But it's just like I want that console to be successful. I don't know maybe at the same time would be better, but
Mhm.
if you could play the same games on the handheld then on the console, why would a kid want both? Like,
Because it could be two things are greater than, their sum is greater than that of the parts. Like maybe if I buy the handheld and I can do this and this on that game, and I buy the console, I can do this and this in the game. But if
Yeah.
I have both, I can do
Yeah.
more, right?
and that's what I want to know.
But the problem with that is like, well, obviously this is all rumors, but according to the
Yeah.
rumors, you would like the handheld one is going to get released first, and then the console is going to get released later. So they're not
Did they say like
initially
the
they're not going
difference?
to be in a bundle,
year.
right?
A
So
year.
They've-
so that's where the issue comes in because you have to go out and buy 2 separate consoles.
yeah.
But they've in a sense done this already. I mean, the 3DS came out first, then the Wii U,
Mhm.
and then if
But
you look
the-
at Smash
this-
Brothers on the 3DS, it's unique for the 3DS, and then you get Smash Brothers for the Wii U, and then if you put them together, you can I'm sure that you can.
I think
get
it's
certain
different with
benefits.
games though, because that's not such a big purchase. Where with a handheld, like it's not just like another Nintendo handheld. Like this is like rumor would be titled the same thing.
Yeah,
as
they're
a
tied to
console,
each
right?
other,
Like they'd be
right?
like they're linked to each
They're
other.
both
So
the
that's
NX.
the weird.
So like the Wii U not coming with the gamepad, but that being its own thing.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
the
yeah,
gamepad
yeah.
coming first.
Okay.
And that's what's. I'd almost feel it'd be the better way around if they said they were doing the console and then the the handheld. I'd be like, oh, that makes sense because you got the big thing out first, make everyone buy that, and then we need this. But that's my only worry is that I hope they'll market it good enough because, like what you said, if it does that, that's great. But with the Wii U, they didn't really market why it was different than the Wii, right?
Mhm.
Like
They've
people
also
that.
released the handheld more recently, like they did the new quote-unquote Nintendo DS or 3DS.
Yeah.
So they're doing like handheld, like console, and then 3 handholds, and then another console. So I don't really know how that'll work out for them.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with that is like they're kind of all the same, really. Like the 2DS and the 3DS are the same thing. They just
But 2D doesn't have 3D, Dylan. That's a big difference right there.
and then like the
I
new
mean,
3DS. is-
especially for me to keep my 3D
I
off
don't
all the
know.
time.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's a weird idea
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
if that's actually what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
Well, were they?
I think like if they want to do this handheld and home console thing, like yeah, they could make it work. But I think bundle it together, make it. I don't know what they. I don't even know
Or at
if I
least
like
even
that
if you
idea in
bought
general.
both at the same time, something that you could get a discount or
How
something.
much
like
was
that.
the
Yeah,
Wii
like-
U on release?
I think it was.
$3.99.
I don't think it was
Okay.
that high. Was it?
Was
It was
Yeah.
lower than the
I
rate
think
than like other consoles, right?
I'll do a little
like
fact
quite a
check,
bit.
but I would say $2.99, and then
I
I
thought
thought
it was-
250 was the 4 gig. That's what I
Oh,
thought.
I thought it
I
was
was-
$2.99 and 3.
Let me
Oh,
check.
What I was just thinking,
I can't
something
remember.
that they could do is
I think the whole lower than the other consoles, right? So it might be
Yeah.
$2.99 and then $2.49.
yeah. I was thinking like I think it'd be cool for them if they did the release basically the console, have the console and the handheld bundled together as a thing,
Yeah.
and then basically you could still do like certain games can be played on the handheld, certain games on.
An update.
Trying to think.
No,
I
that
don't know.
sounds kinda
The
Go.
4
Okay,
gig
you go.
was 300, so 299.99,
Okay.
and then the bigger gig, I can't remember what it was.
16.
Yeah, it was 350, so 349.99. So
So
Yeah.
we were.
pretty cool. We were in the
Yeah,
ballpark.
halfway,
It would say it's not Xbox, PlayStation.
I
but
did. I think according to the rumors, the handheld NX is like $200. I mean, that's all.
Whoa.
That's
It's like all rumors,
Well,
right?
that's
But
the
I
same
don't know.
price. That was the limited edition 3DS. 3DSs were all
It's just
$199.
It's
so.
just it's not a lot of it's coming out on its own, but that's the whole thing of it being tied to the console. Of like that's thing if that's 200, and even if that was still the cheapest of 300, that's still
Yeah.
500, and it's one of these things of like that's another $500 where even PlayStation and Xbox aren't that anymore. Like they are with tax and everything, but on
Yeah.
the sticker. So
It's weird.
It seems a lot like when the Xbox and PlayStation, their PS3 and Xbox 360 were there, and then after they marketed the Kinect and the PS Move, it's just that it's that extra big accessory to open up more games and stuff afterwards. And
yeah,
so I
but
don't
they're doing
know.
it beforewards.
Yeah, they're doing it.
And that's the
more.
weird thing. That's
That
what
is
it
the
like.
weird
And once
thing.
again, complete. Well, these are
Yeah.
most time news is what we talk about here are rumors. But like if we're talking about as true, I stand by like I said. If it was at the same time, or if the console and then the handheld
Yeah.
after, the handheld first is kind of unless
Yeah,
like
but
maybe-
the PS3 released first, and then they did the Vita after to try and work with the PS3, and the Vita sold like
yeah,
crap.
yeah,
So,
That's true.
yeah.
I mean,
I'm worried both ways to be honest. Like
I just think it kind of makes sense in terms of Nintendo, just because of
because
the way
it's
they're.
Nintendo.
No, just because of like their last generation. Like I've said it many times now, but like how the Wii U did awful and
Yeah.
3DS did amazing.
Well, yeah,
So-
in its lifespan, it's sold
That's-
as much as Xbox.
So
has
clearly they
right
know
now.
what's up with the like the portable console.
Yeah,
I wonder if they'll eventually do a discounted bundle, like after both are out, and then they'll, because
Probably.
if they're doing that, I'll wait and just get both at the same
yeah.
time.
Because that's what people say will eventually happen with VR. That VR will release separately, and then you'll be able to get like an Xbox One with a Rift, or you'll
Well,
get
if
like
they
a
already-
PlayStation with PlayStation VR.
If they include
That costs,
controllers
like-
with it
Do
already,
you
then
think they'd go down that much though with the VR?
What? No,
Enough
but I think
for it
eventually
to be able to
you will
bundle?
still buy a $700 to $800. Well, no. What? Let's say if PlayStation is what 300 right now, or like 400,
yeah.
and
400
vi-
probably.
let's say PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift is 600. Everyone says they're going to be lower because that's why they're waiting. That's the rumor that they're waiting to announce price because they want to hear. But let's say there's even 500. That's still 900. I could see them doing an 800 bundle of.
Yeah.
Like I think VR is not going to be cheap until 5 years from now. I
Yeah,
think
I definitely
VR is going to
think-
come out. It's going to like from all I don't think it's going to be like the other things that have come before. Even though it's expensive, I don't think it will sell that well. But I think it's going to stick around for a while and then eventually get cheaper. But like, I don't think like I will not be buying it like right away, and it's just so much.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see it eventually being bundled, and like she said, I could see them doing that with the. I would just hope when the console releases, you could buy just the console or a console and the handheld together. Like, I hope they don't wait. I don't know. Like, it's a weird. I don't know. They're trying uncharted territories.
Well,
like,
even like it was just like Jessica was saying earlier, like timeline wise, like the new 3DS did just come out. I want to say like 4 or 5 months ago or something.
Whenever Majora's Mask remake came out.
Yeah, like it didn't come out that long ago.
That was a year ago, right? Because that came out when Target was still open.
Majora's Mask remake?
No, like the new 3DS though, like.
But if it came out
the Amiibo compatible one.
Yeah, like the one that has like the C stick and like stronger.
Either way,
power.
it's not been that long.
It hasn't been that long.
It's been a year.
And we've talked about like all the rumors where they want this console to come out within 2016, right? So that's.
But now the rumor is in 2017.
So unless they're going for like something completely different, where it's like, if I already have a 3DS, why do I need this new thing?
And that's what I was going to ask you guys. With if it's 2017, do you think that's not even counting the handheld? Do you think that hurts or helps the potential sales? If it doesn't come out this year, it comes out next year.
I think that helps.
Yeah, I think that helps.
I think it's if it comes out this year, it's way too recently compared to the last console release, and people are going to be like, well, like, I just bought this, like, what is it, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't need to buy a new console every 4 years.
And like, it goes back to the whole thing about, talking about trying to fit themselves in between the Xbox PlayStation war.
Mm-hmm.
If people are like, well, I just bought an Xbox One 2 years ago, I don't really need a new console yet. Whereas I just bought an Xbox 3 years ago. That's quite the difference. Okay, maybe I can spend another $500. It's been 3 years.
Yeah. No,
So.
I agree. And that was always the thing. I like. Because of most people and rumors, I kind of felt like it was 2016. It could still be. These are just rumors. But if it's 2017, I feel like, imagine if they announced at E3, it would suck to wait that long, but they could spend almost a whole year of advertising and marketing. Well, they would spend a whole year because I forget we're in 2016. Like, we just started. So E3 happens in, June? That would be like, and they were, let's say, release it next summer or whatever, 2017 fall. They'd have a whole year of, promoting and games. Like, maybe they won't release with a crappy launch titles and whatnot. So I do think it helps, and like you said, I think I feel like people are still, I feel like there's still some people jumping over from 360 and PS3, where in 2017 I feel like most of the people that have jumped over are there, and then people might eventually get an Xbox One or PS4, but those will just be here's a cheap Christmas present, Jimmy. I don't think, I feel like in 2017 it should be done, because at that point, you'll probably start hearing rumors about Xbox and Sony's next console, unfortunately, because I really like my PS4. I don't want it to go anywhere, but if history, I got another 3 years with it, and then, which I don't want. Yeah, I'd like it to stick around for another decade, to be honest.
Seems to go so fast.
It's so funny. It felt like it was I felt like in between, 360 and 1 and PS3 and 4.
It
seemed like forever, but now it's man, 3 years will be a PS5 and an Xbox, whatever it'll be. I don't want that, but Xbox One too.
I was thinking negative one. On the whole thing of them waiting a whole nother year, I think that Nintendo definitely does need to step up their release lineup, because if you look at what the Wii U launched with, it was Zombie U and
Wonderful 100
and Nintendo World. So,
well, in this article that I got this from, it said it will include games such as Mario, Donkey Kong, and Zelda. So
you know what?
You're good to go.
That's not a bad lineup.
You don't need any more games than that, really.
Now that you brought that up, if the console comes out in 2017, what do we think happens with that Zelda Wii U game? Because for a while we were thinking they'd do a duel, but they would not hold that Zelda game till 2017. Do you think? Do you? Fuck.
I think if it
would be some enhanced version.
I think it should. I think they should hold it out. People would be pissed off, but it would be for the better.
It can't be any worse than Kingdom Hearts 3.
Well, true.
How long have we been waiting for that?
True.
It'd piss people off, but I think it would. In the end, people would be glad they did it.
I don't think so.
I don't think they'd be glad.
Because the only new
maybe not, but
the only new Zelda game on the Wii U then would have been Hyrule Warriors.
And,
so
exactly. Technically, we don't have, and then it's just
that would just
Wind
not be
Waker
good for
remake,
Nintendo at all.
and then
you can't chintz out on Legend of Zelda.
Twilight Princess is coming, so it's just remakes.
Wasn't Skyward Sword, wasn't that Wii U as well?
That was Wii.
That
was Wii.
That was a Wii GameCube sort of deal.
Remember, you had to do a whole bunch of crazy Wiimote things.
I thought that one was only.
I don't remember that on GameCube.
That wasn't on GameCube.
What was
Twilight
the GameCube?
Princess
Twilight
was
Princess.
GameCube.
It was
Oh,
both.
okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Skyward Sword was the original for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so another thing to do with this console. once again, more rumors.
Potential.
Is potential compatibility with other consoles such as PlayStation 4, PC.
I
What
don't
do you
like
guys think
it.
of that?
Yeah, I heard about
I
that.
don't even know what that means, other than
I
when we
don't know
broke
what
it
it
down in
would
the
be
group
like.
chat of maybe the handheld can connect,
I
and you can
don't
just use it
know.
as a remote. But other than that, like, what? I don't even know what.
I was just gonna say maybe like they have like online with the other consoles, but then they don't have any of the same games.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. And then what does that mean? I can like port like Nintendo games to my PS4. Like, it may.
I don't know. They're slowly kind of doing the transfer though, doing like the Skylanders with
Yeah.
Nintendo characters. So obviously they're testing the grounds for Nintendo characters on other consoles. So
I don't know.
I'd see it as a highly likely
I don't know.
thing that
We've
it will
seen
happen.
we've seen what happens when you take frog DNA and dino DNA and you mix them
Yeah.
together. So
What?
So
don't
it's just
know.
a bad idea.
It's a bad idea.
It's a
Yeah,
Jurassic
I
World
think-
reference.
I don't know. The way I see it, like if we talk about Nintendo, obviously they're not doing so great these days, but their characters will just print money for them. So if they want to put like, oh yeah, PS4 is gonna have a Donkey Kong game
I don't think they should
as
do.
well as a, I don't know.
They
Like, it's
should
just
do
an
that
idea,
until
right?
this console bombs. If this console bombs, then
Yeah.
they're in trouble, and that's when they should be like.
Well, I mean, it's
either
not like they have to give
PS4
away the rights to the characters. It's just like, yeah, here's one Donkey Kong game that's also gonna be on PlayStation. I don't know.
It's
Okay,
super
you know what,
weird.
Nintendo? I'm gonna give you some advice right here, right now. If you need more money to help make your shit better, make more amiibos. There are people waiting to buy them, and you don't
Make them
have
available
any.
because I'm not buying them
Send
anymore.
Dylan his.
I gave up.
Lucina
I don't
amiibo.
buy them anymore.
You know?
Yeah, true. I pre-ordered Lucina and Robin amiibo. They came out, I think, over a year ago. I haven't even gotten them yet. EB Games.
And
Calling you out.
where's your Falco?
Falco? Like I said, I don't shop for them anymore. Nintendo
Some
made it
places,
so difficult to get these amiibo that I don't even go anymore. I don't
Some
look.
places have been restocking. Like I managed to get a Little Mac, a Dark Pit, and
Oh, shit.
I give up. I give up.
I say take my advice and just sell it Disney.
All I want is
I'm-
Captain Falcon and Jigglypuff, and then I'm out.
There you go.
Okay.
But I don't think those have been restocked.
What about the new Smash?
Jigglypuff's only
characters?
available at Target.
What about
So-
Bayonetta?
That's it?
What about Bayonetta when she comes?
Oh,
No.
Oh wow, okay.
Not feeling it.
Not even Cloud.
You can look at my collection. It's like from months ago. I don't have any of the new
I
ones.
know.
Like I'm already out.
So-
I'd do
I already
Cloud.
dipped on the amiibo.
So none of us are down for.
well, the problem
that's-
with the amiibo is they don't have any games for them either. Like they need a game.
That's
Well,
what everyone's
that's
They
waiting
need an
why
amiibo game. Like they don't. They just have like honestly
Disney,
pretty
Disney
poor.
Infinity, like a Nintendo.
Like oh, you put this guy in Mario Kart and you can use his costume on a me. It's like I don't care.
Yeah, that's
I
been
don't
the
care.
biggest thing that's what I always. Same thing with this. Like, who knows how the next generation goes? But that's a whole generation of like the Wii U cycles. Just to me, is always missed opportunities. There's so much. Like you look at even now, Lego Dimensions is killing and selling so much. Skylanders was a huge thing. Infinity finally took over for Toys Life because of Star Wars. Like they're just printing money off these things, and like even then, yes, sell more. But then, yeah, make a game. Like imagine if they made us like that's what's my original. But then that was my original fear. That's what they were gonna do with Smash. To be honest, and that's why I almost worry.
Yeah.
What if the next Smash came out and in order to play characters?
I think if
you gotta buy
Sakurai,
some-
Sakurai is still in charge of Smash, I don't see that happening. but-
I know, but I was
Yeah.
concerned when
If he
they're talking
steps
about
down.
like, guess what we're doing with Amiibo and Smash, and then I went to that, but I'm like, oh god, like I'm never gonna play a Smash game again.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy. Like,
That would be awful. That
It would be.
so awful.
but like if they were that desperate to get money,
Yeah.
kids would do it.
Oh, people would buy it. For sure.
Yeah, you would. Do you think you would? Well, you'd have some, but what if they're like, you got to buy new ones? To
That's
play
the thing
Smash?
with Smash. Like, no matter what, I have to get the
Yeah,
Nintendo
see?
console and I have to buy Smash.
So they have you.
Like,
don't
I
they?
have to get Smash. I
I
don't
know.
even like Smash Wii U that much. I'd still have to buy it and like,
I
get all
know
the
Fantastic
DLC.
Four
I
was
have to.
9%, but I still went and
I'm
saw
tied
it.
to that series for
Did
life.
you see that
like-
twice?
What? No, we watched it at my house the other time.
That's it. It counts as twice. You
What?
watched it twice.
Well, yeah, but I mean the first time I paid.
Fantastic Four, you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I mean.
Great
I knew it was gonna be bad, but I still had to do it. Like they
Great
have
movie.
hardcore fans. They
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So
All right. So the other thing was that it'll be 900p.
yeah,
However, 4K for streaming. So
it's super weird that like their videos and DVDs are gonna be like super high quality, and most games play on 900p, so it's fine. But it's just like the fact that they're just not 1080 is kind of weird, considering that's what wasn't the Wii U 1080.
I think so. Yeah.
So that's kind of
That
weird.
is a little weird.
It has to be something to do
Downgrading?
with this whole portable.
I was gonna say, do you think it's
console,
because they have older games, so it's like we could only get the original Mario game to only 900p, and we couldn't like upgrade it to 1080, like something like that? That's the only thing I can think of why they couldn't go to
I don't
1080.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You seem
Just
really
an
down
interesting,
now.
just an interesting point to bring up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Those are
the
the
rumors.
Those are the Nintendo rumors of this week.
Just
I'm
announce
sure we'll have
something
many more next
already. Please, just announce it. I'm sick and
Please.
tired of speculating. I'm sick and tired. I
Sponsor
like having
us.
these conversations, but I'm sick and tired of not knowing. I want to talk about the actual thing
Yeah.
that's out instead of all the stuff we could talk about. Be like, we're not doing any
There's
of
no
that.
rumors of it being like, what was it, like a full screen or whatever?
Well, they've patented that. Apparently, the rumor was that was going to be their controller was the screen, and if that is, I will not buy
And if
it.
that's their handheld console, it's just a screen.
Better get
Fun.
protection on that. And
Yeah.
That's going to go quick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
but yeah, just tell us. Let us know.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Taylor, what do you got?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm calling you out.
Okay.
Yeah, you've been really quiet.
Well,
I haven't heard enough.
Except for your
voice today.
Jurassic World reference.
Similar Jurassic World reference. Well, let's see what we got here.
Did you end up buying the lunch kit?
Yeah,
Solid
yeah.
choice.
yeah, I want that.
There was
instead of the shirt.
options, okay?
I know, we went over this.
Well, you said of course, as in like that was the obvious option.
No,
was
but I
like
just mean, of course, you bought it. I'm not surprised.
Well, the shirt was really tempting
Yeah, see,
too.
that's what I thought he would.
But no, the lunch kit, I don't regret it. It's got like Velociraptors
I don't
on the
regret
back
it.
and then the T-Rex in the front.
See, I thought he would have gone for the T-shirt. That's why I asked if he did one or the other.
I feel like a T-shirt he could still like get online easier though, or the lunchbox might be hard to come by. You know.
Mhm. I can make my own Jurassic Park shirt anyways.
Of course. I make my own James Bond shirts because they don't make that.
So news. Well, the Assassin's Creed movie is finished filming.
True enough.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that's pretty good.
I was gonna say, what are you gonna elaborate on that? It's wrap filming. That's a
Um,
good thing. It
that
probably
is
won't
good.
be delayed. I had a worry it would be delayed, but it probably won't. You'll get it this year, so good for you.
Yep. And there also was a bit of a spoiler,
Ooh.
kind of.
Spoiler alert.
Michael Fassbender's ridiculously good looking. Spoiler.
He did reveal a little bit of information.
Apparently he's
about
been
the
playing
character.
the games, the rumor is.
Really?
Yeah, apparently he's been binging the games.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so.
That's really, really cool.
Fast-
Tell him to
Get-
avoid Unity. Or...
Fassbender.
I saw
I'll
that.
make sure his game
Hilarious.
doesn't run into any problems.
When is it's supposed to come out in December, right?
The movie, yeah,
That's tough.
that is. But you know, it's coming out either way, so I'll go see it. If I'm the only person in the theater, I'm totally okay with
We're
that.
gonna go see it with you, man.
Yeah.
don't
Really?
worry.
Relax.
Oh!
We have.
How
to.
do you?
Good.
Didn't you know that we were all gonna go
Yeah.
see it anyway?
No.
We've talked about it like every
I thought I was the only one.
No, like I'll go to any Fassbender movie, but I'd still go to this. I'm interested. Like I'm probably still gonna go to World of Warcraft. Like I'm not like, oh my god, I need to see it. But it's one of these things like, okay, I need to see it just to see
Yes.
like what it's like.
I think I'm gonna dress up.
Because we can't judge it that much if one of us hasn't seen it or all of us, so we can't just be like,
I'm
well,
not gonna dress up, but I'll leave that to
You
you.
can dress up as Kick-Ass.
You probably have extra costumes. I'm not gonna take any. You dress up, and I'll just show up.
I'll dress up as Michael Fassbender. I'll just cut out his face on a magazine, just like throw it on.
Dress up as Jobs.
That's the show out the turtleneck and the glasses.
Let's do it. That'd be fun.
Anyway, so
Um,
little spoiler.
Yeah, I gotta find it. Where was
Oh my god, what's happening?
Okay.
It's really well hidden.
You really hit him on spot. He was not
Okay,
prepared for
yeah.
his news. Go
So the movie's lead actor, Michael Fassbender.
on. We know that. We just talked about it for 5 minutes.
But,
Oh, fun.
He's in it. Wow.
Yes.
What?
Something popped up. Okay.
Where's your piece of paper? You need your piece of paper.
Yeah.
There's no pop-ups on paper.
Your
That's old
friend
school.
Yeah, you'd be surprised now.
There is pop-up
Okay,
books,
well,
actually.
it deleted itself, so I'm just gonna. I know, I memorized it, okay.
Then why did you need to look for it if you memorized
Because
it?
I'm laughing so much.
What is the spoiler?
Just tell us.
Taylor?
You don't even have to make it sound good.
Okay.
Just tell us.
The spoiler is he says that the main character, Cal Lynch, and Aguilar they're a lost soul.
Okay, and why is that a spoiler? For someone that doesn't play
Well,
the game.
he says that they dig into their lineage, so that is.
Is that a spoiler or is that just a fact about the movie?
Well,
That they dig into the character's
it's- You
backstory?
take it however you
It's-
want.
That's not really a spoiler.
Is he
That's
related?
like Batman Begins is the origin story of Batman. That's not really a spoiler. They're just telling you, hey, you're gonna find out that his parents got shot.
Is
Oh,
he related to any of the
spoilers.
characters from any of the games?
Well, that's where they go into. That's where like the lineage kind of takes
Yeah.
effect, because that kind of opens up the idea that it's gonna dive in and relate to and have mention of all these video game characters as well. Because
Mhm.
they said it does take place in the same universe, but him saying this lineage too kind of gives it a little bit more
Right.
kind of depth to that. If you want to look at it that way, I guess. So
Good thing I did not tell
There's
people to skip
your
2 minutes
spoiler.
ahead. It wasn't that spoilery, but I've missed Taylor doing news. It's been a while. I've missed it because he's missed
always
the past
the best
couple,
news.
and we've done specials.
We
Taylor
have
always-
to do your outro, and none of
You
us
have to do my outro?
It's so
we
quick.
try, but we can't do it on her. It's
Really? You
too natural.
Last
You
week
gotta
he
have
just
it
said find us
long.
on Facebook.
Oh
I
my
just say use
gosh.
Google. Like, I don't even know how to do it, man. I crack every time. There's too much pressure on the line. Everyone's looking at me. I don't know what to say.
It is pressure.
It's awful.
What else do you got?
Star Wars 8.
Yes, let's talk about this.
It's been pushed forward.
No.
It's coming out next year.
Isn't that pushed back?
Yeah.
What are you talking
It's
about?
delayed. I'm sorry.
He's trying to be funny.
Forward, like, and I can understand. Okay.
I don't get it.
I
Explain
can
this to
see
me.
how it's.
They're
pushed
bringing it
forward,
ahead a
but-
year. It's not being delayed. It's gonna come out next year.
So you're just trying to make a
I
joke?
was making a
Oh
joke.
my god.
You guys thought I was serious.
No, I know that it's delayed, but I was like, I thought you misspoke. I don't know. So someone that did know that,
English.
they're like, oh man, it's coming on a year early.
Yeah, but saying push forward could mean like it's being pushed further in time.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all about perspective.
It's all
right?
about English.
all
You
about
wanna-
silly
you wanna-
language.
you wanna give us an update on that?
All right.
Well, I'm not sure. I did. Do you know the exact details?
I know
why?
the rumors. I know the hot
We
scoops
love
on the street.
rumors.
I think
Yeah.
we should just clarify for those who are still confused. What year is Star Wars 8 coming out?
It was supposed to come out. Well, no, it's same year. It was supposed to come
Same
out
year.
of May
But it's
2017.
pushed to
Okay.
December.
Coming to
And-
December 2017. There's a couple rumors. The biggest one is that they're doing script rewrites, and apparently that's because Finn, Poe, and Rey were so well received that they're making their roles bigger in the film. And then we talked about this a couple times before. That it was a Star Wars review. Remember, I brought that there's supposed to be 2 new female characters that have a big part.
Well,
they have a
Phasma
smaller
better
part.
have a bigger.
Well,
oh,
no, it's
they're
not
not
Phasma.
cutting out
These are
Phasma.
2 new characters,
Okay.
and they have smaller roles
Okay,
now.
okay.
So apparently, it's rewrites.
We
and
need some more room in the script. Let's cut Phasma.
And the other thing is because yeah, they did do rewrite, or they did delay Star Wars originally, so they kind of have that mindset of like, oh, it worked out for us, obviously. And the second rumor is they want it just in December because they felt like that's a good family time and a family movie.
I think that's better
And
actually because
I
Rogue One's coming out in
completely-
December,
Yeah,
right?
I completely
Yeah.
agree because I talked to this with our secretary, and we were talking about long story, Tyler. I'll tell you later.
We have a secretary.
We have a secretary.
She works for free.
Just for me. No. But anyways, so originally it was Rogue One this year of December, and then in May 2017. It was that thing we were talking about, like, that seems really close together, and it's like, I feel like that might get that time of, like, hey, we just had a Star Wars movie and then another one. I feel like every Star Wars movie should come out in December. Like,
Yeah, when you guys told
It
me
is-
that they moved it, I was actually surprised that was their initial plan. I thought that was very strange
I
in the
thought
first place.
not only was May strange, but May right before or right after a movie. It'd be different if there's no movie, then it's
Exactly,
like May.
yeah.
Okay, sure, but the fact that it's like maybe it was like 5-6 months in between, even 6 months, it's still give it a whole year.
Yeah.
And it's just, and I think Star Wars, they should keep it in Christmas time. I think that's a perfect time. Like, people have said this online and whatnot too. It's like your family's in town, like it's a family movie. You go see it with kids, you go see it with grandparents. Like,
Right.
to me, that's gonna take over as like the holiday movie. So when they are even talking about May, I was kind of like, I didn't like that. It's kind of, and like plus May and March and even June, those are a lot. That's where like Avengers comes out and stuff. So it's like, what was originally it came out the same month as Guardians of the Galaxy, and you would think being Disney, you wouldn't want that. Like they own both
Right.
films, right? So you'd think you'd want to space that out. So I think all around, whether it's for the timing of it and just making sure the movie's good, this is like a good thing. Like, yeah, we
Yeah.
don't get to see it as soon, but I
We're
think it's
getting
all
another
positive.
one in December again.
Exactly.
so-
Yeah. Like, and you don't want them to.
You don't
like,
need one every 6 months.
yeah, like I think it's perfect. Like I had no problem. Like it's big news because like it's a huge movie. I'm surprised it did get delayed. Like, and they were pretty set like it's May, but I'm happy it did. Like I like it in December. And then yeah, do you have the news of what that resulted in though? Of it getting moved to December
No.
and another movie getting delayed?
I know another movie.
Was
getting
there a
delayed.
What
movie
is
in
that?
December that then got delayed?
Is it a big movie with blue aliens?
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. So Avatar 2 was originally supposed to come out December 2017.
Oh, now
Star Wars gets delayed for a matter of 2 days. They were both going in December. Avatar's moved to an unannounced date in 2018.
That's fair enough.
So one time, I think this is
May
like
2017.
the millionth time Avatar's been delayed. First of all, and second of all, like yeah, they were never going to compete against Star Wars. Like there's no
No,
way. It's
not
like the
at all.
Batman Captain America thing. Like one of them's going to budge, and it's going to be Avatar. Like so, it's just pushed back another year. And do you have any thought? Because you really like Avatar.
Well, I mean, I have no problem waiting. I've waited.
You
I've
waited enough.
Yeah, I've
The
waited.
hype has already died.
I think that's my thing is I don't. Not only do I think it's not even going to be like a huge movie, I don't even think it's going to be like it'll be like just like it'll make money, but I don't think it'll be like anything like the last one. I feel like there was
Yeah.
a time where you could have put it out and people still are interested, but I feel like now people are kind of moved on, and now it's almost like a butt of a lot of jokes now, Avatar. Like, it got to that point
Yeah.
where people kind of laugh at it, and
I'm not like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just expecting it to be a totally different movie with the same aliens, I
it's
guess.
supposed to
but
be in water.
in water. That's what I
Same
heard
planet,
too.
different stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like it's a sequel. I just feel like it's just another alien movie at this point.
Yeah.
The hype has definitely gone down, but
Because every time you get excited, it's like delayed.
Yeah.
Delayed. Like,
but I mean, I got a little bit of like motivation and eagerness to go see it. I mean,
yeah,
I
I'm going to
always
see
liked
it.
the first
but-
one, so
Oh, yeah.
this
Yeah.
one has to be good. I'm hoping because they've delayed it.
Well, the first
a
one
lot.
wasn't good, and I made a lot of money, so
I didn't mind the first one.
it was all right. It's all right.
I'll be
Star Wars
honest.
ever beat it?
It beat it in North America
Mhm.
money. It's made
Okay.
more, but as far as worldwide, it's probably not going to beat it, unfortunately, because in China, they not like in Star Wars.
Huh?
There's a big
Chinese.
drop. They had like a small opening, like not small, but smaller than predicted, and then it had like a 72% drop.
Oh.
Ooh.
So because they just said in that culture it's not as like
Is that
well
just
regarded.
China or like Korea and
Yeah,
Japan
just-
as well? Like
I
what the
think
age is?
I think Japan might be in there, but I've just heard China's like the place that it's not struck the most, and just
and that's
because
where the huge population is too.
yeah, so that's why Transformers movies keep getting made.
They need some famous Chinese actors in Star Wars.
Okay, name them.
I don't know.
Jackie
Jackie
Chan.
Chan, Jet Li.
Oh, God.
As themselves.
He's a, yeah, as himself.
But it should be Titanic when it's all said and done, so it should be the number 2 movie of all time. So I think we're going to have to wait till episode 9, and that might beat Avatar. I really thought this would beat Avatar, but it's not going to be Batman v Superman. It's not going to be Civil War.
I don't think either 8 or 9 will surpass this one.
I think 9 could, because they're going to say it's like the last of this trilogy, even though 5 years later they'll make another one. And I think at that point maybe people in China might have more of affinity after seeing it, like 4 years in a row of being, maybe they'll start to really like it. So that's my hope. I think 9 has a shot. 8 will for sure be lower.
so.
Every sequel in
Yeah.
the Star Wars movies are always lower, and then 3 is this big one. Like both, like for Revenge of the Sith and Return of the Jedi are higher than all of them. So I think if they'll say it's the last one. Same with Dark Knight Rises. That was supposed to be the last Batman movie, and then 4 years later, here comes Ben Affleck. Like they'll say that, and then Dark Knight Rises made like a whole it's the biggest Batman up into this point. So I think 9 might have a chance, but Avatar is just such a beast record, like 2.7 billion. It's crazy. So I don't think we'll get any contender till episode 9. And that episode 8 has to be good too, which I think it will be. Apparently, rumors it's darker. That's all we keep hearing. All the actors keep saying it's darker. So Empire Strikes Back. So
Oh, yeah.
So if that's really good, that's where I
That's
think
promising.
9 could make a lot of money. If they leave it on a big cliffhanger, like I'm thinking Luke's gonna get killed by somebody, that'll be like everyone's like, I gotta see this
Why
movie.
didn't you call that in your predictions the other day?
Yeah, I did. Luke will.
Did you call
Oh
it?
no, but the movie doesn't come out next year. I will in 2017 predictions that
Oh.
Luke Skywalker will die. He's not gonna die in 2016.
Join us in 1 year.
The movie starts.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker died.
I'm okay with him dying, but I want to see him actually get into a fight.
Oh, he's gonna fight. He's just gonna lose.
Yeah.
The one fight he gets and he loses.
His nephew's gonna kick his ass. Just you wait. So
You think Kylo Ren's gonna kill him?
yeah, whether like Luke like loses or he just Ben Kenobi's like sacrifice himself, Kylo Ren will for sure take him out. I think Kylo Ren's gonna have like he's gonna have his Vader moment of like
Okay.
because he left really weak and whatnot. So that's my 2017 prediction.
Right on.
Okay. So I'm going into some zombie news here.
I don't know
What kind of zombies?
Well,
Walking Dead zombies.
some
They're
Walking
voodoo
Dead,
zombies?
some Walking Dead, and something else. So Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead season 2 comes back in April, and I'm looking forward to seeing where they go after their first season.
Why are you laughing when you say that, Taylor?
I don't know.
Because he doesn't expect any very
Yeah.
highly of it.
I'm expecting to see at least two
One
zombies.
Oh, okay,
Wow.
you're going
We
high.
saw the
hope.
one zombie in the first season.
It's a bold
so-
prediction.
Is there only one zombie in the first season?
There's 0.
Wow.
Watch it, you'll
holy.
see.
Yeah,
Don't
there's a total of like
But
0.
there was like zombies in the trailers, weren't there?
They were actually just regular humans
Yeah.
Hungover.
pretending to be zombies.
You
hungover,
know,
yeah.
in the
Took place on
commercials,
Halloween.
you'd like see like Happy Life, and then one zombie would walk in, and it had 0 zombies. The commercials were a lie.
What's the show even about? Just regular people doing
Well,
regular
before
things?
the
Yeah, it's about before the zombies.
yeah.
First half an hour
It's
of
just
Violent
like a
Legend.
regular TV show.
Yeah,
loves it.
first half I Am Legend, except stretched over 6-hour-long episodes.
Do you like soap operas?
Brutal.
Yeah. I bet that's how they pitched it at AMC. Hey, you see, like soap operas? We got a great spin-off idea for The Walking Dead.
Everyone who worked at Target loves soap operas.
Yeah. Oh,
At
yeah.
one point, that was the only channel we had in the break room. The soap opera that played all day.
Jeez.
Yeah, and then it changed. All we had was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs too.
And then it was just
and
Taylor
Happy
watching Adam
Gilmore.
Sandler movies
Happy
every
Gilmore.
day.
Yeah.
And Liar Liar.
I never saw Liar Liar, to be
Oh,
honest.
you got away without watching
Yeah.
Liar Liar? Lucky you.
What's your Walking Dead news?
Well, yeah. So
Or Fear of Walking
Fear the Walking Dead is April, and then The Walking Dead is back in February. But then, I don't know if many of you have seen
I know
this.
where you're going.
You know where I'm going?
This is World War Z?
No.
Oh, wow, I thought you were going to talk about
No.
the director.
It's another TV series,
Ooh.
and it's called Z Nation.
Ooh.
Has anyone seen it?
I've heard
No.
of it, but I haven't seen it.
Never
Is
heard
it on
of
Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, it's already a thing?
Yeah, there's season 1, and then season 2 it just got put on Netflix, and I just finished watching season 2. And it's, the first season is absolutely, I love it. It's to me, it
Rotten
beats,
Tomatoes this.
to me, it beats The Walking Dead.
Well, a lot of
that's
shows
not
do
hard
that.
to do,
Yeah,
yeah.
If you're talking season 1 Walking Dead, maybe, but the rest, I don't know.
The character development, like, so many people get killed off. It's hilarious, but
Whoa.
it has the basic group of characters that you like, and they don't die. They get into these situations, but you love them. Like,
Nice.
I'll give you a little bit of a
I
spoiler.
hated like every character in Walking
Is it,
Dead.
is this like an actual spoiler?
No, not really.
Yeah,
but
not like the show has zombies.
They
Oh.
is it bad?
53% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's okay. Honestly,
A ragtag team attempt to transport the only known
That-
survivor
you never
of the
want a
zombie
ragtag
virus.
team. That's not what you want.
That ragtag
they're
team.
trying. Yeah, the ragtag team. You got a guy named 10K, and he calls himself 10K because he's trying to get 10,000 kills, and he's a hell of a sniper, and he's just a kid.
Sounds
And
like
then-
something you'd like.
It is, and
How does he even have 10,000 bullets?
He doesn't. They just keep finding bullets, and he keeps using like his even if he
He
kills
reuses
them with his
bullets?
knife or
It's
whatever.
legless with his arrows all over again.
And then you got Doc, who's a hippie, and he's like yeah, brother, let's smoke weed, and he's just an old.
How are they getting
an
weed
old
if
guy.
they're in the middle of the zombie apocalypse?
Because
6.5, a little better on IMDb, but even IMDb, that's low.
this is how they're getting weed.
Those are fans.
This guy, they developed
Why'd you
something called
ask? Why'd you
Z-weed.
ask?
They developed something called Z-weed. So
Oh!
zombies are turning into compost, and they're smoking the Z-weed, and it's like
Like
they love
grows
it.
out of the zombies' corpses after they're
Kinda,
killed?
it just decomposing the compost or
That's a
whatever.
smart idea because then they're like mobile, right? So they can walk around. You can find them anywhere. Yeah, sounds like a not a bad idea.
So you're recommending the show to people?
I recommend it because I mean, you
I
got.
might watch one episode just so I can come back
Is it
next
like one of
episode.
those really over the top shows where
It sounds like
It-
it.
that's what it sounds like, which is a
That's
bad
a
thing.
ragtag team.
I love over
It's
the
a
top
ragtag
shows
team.
if they do it well.
It eventually
10K.
gets to it. Like watching
Doc.
the first episode, it's really good. Like all this stuff's going on, and it like I watched it again the other day to just see what I wanted to remember what happened, and it dropped me right back into it. And I wanted to watch the first season again. But later, like in the second season, like there's zombie bears for crying out loud. Like the guy turns around, there's a fucking zombie rabbit, a zombie like fox, a zombie raccoon, and and it's got such humor to it. Like the guy,
Such humor.
I love how you love
this guy
show so
falls down a
much.
vent, and there's a zombie strapped up in front of him, and they're face to face, but they can't move. They're stuck in there. But the guy manages to move his hand and light his weed, and the zombie starts getting a little buzz and high from the thing, and he's talking to the zombie, and they're getting high together, and it's just so freaking hilarious.
Next question.
Is this the same comedy as Scream Queens?
I guarantee you
No.
Scream's higher rated than
It's-
this.
it's
That's what I was about to
Next
check.
question, Taylor. How high were you when you watched the show?
Oh, not at all.
On seaweed.
Honestly, I predict that this show
Buy a
is
DVD.
going.
We'll send you some Z-weed.
I
I
predict
mean, it's
the
good
show's
enough to
gonna
get a
do better.
second season.
Oh yeah, like I thought it was just gonna be done at the first season, but to get another one,
It
like
was really good though.
like
Oh
at,
no.
at some parts you
Maybe
see
it is the same.
at some parts you see like mile long of like a whole horde of zombies that is like enough to cover like an entire mini island. That's how many zombies, and they're all moving along, and the people are trying to outrun them and
So
everything.
this relates to like Nanaimo, and that's why you like it so much.
Yeah.
Reminds you of home.
So
Yeah.
Scream Queens is only 59% on Rotten Tomatoes. but 7.2 on IMDb. But
I'll give
so
you.
they're pretty similar.
I'll give you one more spoiler. Like they're trying.
You're really trying to sell people.
I am.
Are they connected with Microsoft and they're making?
Yeah, do
you
they
promote
sponsor
this?
you?
They
Are you
are.
getting more copies of
There's a
Rise?
sponsor
They are.
we don't know about.
You found me out.
Yeah, why aren't we getting a cut of this? I'll talk about Z Nation if I get paid. I'll pay a pimp. I don't care.
So the guy that gets bit by the zombies,
I wouldn't.
he has like the DNA testing they did to him. He allows him to also have like power to control zombies too, like mind
Jacob?
control them.
No.
What?
Does he have aggressive powers? Like
But they don't have
Jacob?
No.
minds. How can you mind control someone?
Oh yeah.
Well, because they're
Oh.
dead. They're dead. So it's like their
That's so
brains,
serious.
their brains are still
They're
active
dead.
because
Hey.
they're
No,
even though they're
no,
dead. Because
that's-
that's how a zombie works.
They run
the
on
brain
seaweed.
They eat brains because their brain's
No,
still going.
No, zombies don't have brains. That's why they're able to eat through like flesh and stuff because the brain is what prevents people from stopping to be able to do that. When you die, your brain stops telling your body not to hurt and bite hard enough to break through bones and rip off limbs. So no, zombies' brains don't work.
Yeah, they do. But even in The Walking
Yeah,
Dead, in The Walking Dead, in the first
you're wrong.
in The Walking Dead,
Oh,
even
I like have this
there.
like well laid out argument
To
to
be honest,
explain
we-
my
to
point.
be honest, we
sponsored,
don't.
though.
To be honest, we don't know because we've not encountered a real zombie.
Yeah,
so we
okay,
just-
I'll
I mean,
give you that.
These are all,
Speculation.
these are all like the NX.
They
See, but,
explain it,
okay,
though.
but at least that's a valid counterpoint, not just no.
yeah, well,
In The Walking Dead, they explain it. Like in the end of the
that's
first
fictional
season.
show. That,
Yeah.
you're talking about Z Nation.
They explained it in The Walking Dead.
And yeah, they explain what happens to the brain. It reactivates.
But that
and
doesn't
then
mean it works for Z Nation. You don't see zombie bears.
CDC
it-
thing.
Okay.
CDC.
Are you done with your Z Nation?
Almost.
Okay.
Okay, so
All
fine.
right, Taylor.
The brain
Bring
is
us home.
dead, but somehow he can control them. So
Catch our new spin-off show next week. We have a fifth show to the GeekVerse podcast, the Taylor Nation.
But so he shows off the group what he can
Sponsored
do,
by
and he gets
Seaweed.
this. He's in a strip club, and he gets this zombie stripper to go swinging around the pole, and she's a zombie, and she starts swinging super super fast, and then her body rips off, and it's just her arm flinging around on the pole, and he's laughing. It's
I think you're so tired. We're just looking at you with shock.
There's much better moments to it.
But then why'd you pick
See,
those?
this is how-
those two, I'm watching and I laugh my
This
head
is
off.
how I felt when you were explaining Scream Queens. And you and Taylor were laughing your ass off, and me and Dylan were just sitting here like, what? Now you understand.
I still stand by Scream.
I don't know if
Queens
I'd
any day.
watch it, but it sounds really. It sounds like one.
Okay.
It sounds like it could.
It's a sponsor of the show.
It
so
would be
you have
really
to
good.
watch
Let me
For
just tell you
certain
this.
people.
When Taylor did this with Scream Queens and he laughed his ass off describing it, I went and watched it, and it was terrible.
Deaf
So
Taylor
now
Swift,
I'm not
come
gonna-
on. Figure it off. Figure it off.
Now I'm not trusting him on this one.
I think if you
What's up,
watch
you
it
guys?
with the right mindset, it could be really good. You
It's
don't.
still-
You
it.
don't
Need
go
some of that
in.
dank seaweed first.
You don't go in and expect this like Oscar-winning like
You don't
perfect
expect The
acting
Godfather.
thing. You go in expecting this kind of satirical, over-the-top, hilarious thing that you can just kind of relax and watch and just
Yeah.
have a good laugh at it.
I mean,
And I feel like from the way you've explained it, it hits that.
Yeah, but that's
niche
because
really
Taylor's
well.
hilarious.
Taylor likes everything. You don't know it yet, but Taylor doesn't dislike anything.
There's a couple things. I mean,
Okay, what's one?
next episode, I'll get back to you.
Oh, I thought
Exactly.
the next episode. I'm like, what's wrong with the next episode? We haven't even recorded it yet. It's not bad. We
We're
don't know.
cursed.
Yeah, next one's gonna be shit.
I say like try giving like the first episode a shot.
I might
honestly,
watch it.
because it's pretty decent. It's got zombie babies for crying out loud, and those are freaky.
They
So
sound
that pretty
You're a
scary.
freak.
So give it a try.
All right.
All right.
That's my prediction that it's
That
gonna
what?
do really really well,
It's
and
hard-
its ratings are gonna go
That
up.
was like a solid like 7
Is it
minutes
on
of
Netflix?
indignation.
It's on Netflix.
Netflix doesn't have ratings.
No, but I mean, they put on Netflix after, but I
Oh,
can't
it's on
remember.
TV?
It's on TV. I can't remember what channel it's on.
Let me find Wiki here.
I want to say
Alright,
Space, but I might be wrong.
That sounds
You heard
like
it
a
here
straight
first.
show.
Z Nation season 2 is gonna be a hit.
If it's
Courtesy
not
of
already, I
Taylor
guess.
Field.
There you go.
Yeah, you can find it in the Netflix search bar.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Is it anywhere other than Netfllix?
Travis is looking
I
right
don't know. I don't think so.
now.
Right on.
Sci-fi. Yeah, it sounds like a
Sci-fi?
sci-fi show.
Okay.
Is
so.
it Netflix original?
No, it sounds like it goes
It's only on
sci-fi,
Netflix.
and then which is an American station, so I don't know if we get it here sci-fi. But
We get it here. You
there's
just have
two.
to pay extra or whatever, or Shaw or whatever.
Okay, because there's a different. Is it how's sci-fi spelled? Is it SYFY, the Canadian one?
I think so.
Okay, because there might be. Okay, because before there used to be, but either way, is that it for you?
That's it for me.
No more.
Right on.
You have anything, Jessica?
Sure, I'll go. First, while we're on the topic of Netflix, for anyone that does watch the 100,
Hashtag transition.
hashtag transition, hashtag Save Hannibal.
Nice.
Right.
It's the 100's back. First episode of season 3 has been added now, and that does stream on the CW and then transfer over to Netflix the next day. I got my knowledge on my shows.
Damn.
Um,
Good Lord.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in in the 100, super good. Advise you to check it out. And I do have a question. Has anyone here watched Hemlock Grove?
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, is
I've
it
heard
worth?
things
I think it's
about
chilling
it.
in my queue.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. I'm debating if I should.
I've heard it starts good and then it doesn't end good. That's what I've heard. It starts promising and then it just kind of gets like meh. That's what Taylor's saying. He's seen it. So.
It depends what you kind of are wanting out of the show. I mean,
I want to learn valuable life lessons. and have a
you're
great
not going to
time.
get that.
Oh, darn.
It's got some parts that were like, whoa, that's kind of gross.
but I don't mind that. So.
Well, if you don't mind that, I mean, but
And
then
Femke
go for
Jeslin's
it.
in it too.
Who?
Femke Jesselin.
Femkin Jeskin?
Femke Jesselin, I think that's how
Do I
her
know
name
her?
is. Just,
Is that like the
she's
main-
Xena Onatopp in GoldenEye, and she's
Oh,
Jean
no
Grey
idea
in
who that
X-Men.
is.
Jean Grey in X-Men.
Oh, I know that.
She's our
Original?
newest member of
Sure.
GeekVerse
Jean Grey.
podcast.
Okay.
She's not a member. No, she's a.
She's our
That's a
newest
lie,
member.
guys. Don't
Yeah, Femke Jesselin. We have millionaire Femke Jesselin here, who's
Um,
also sponsoring us.
Why are we forking over 25 money for the SoundCloud?
That's what she
Come on.
charges. That's what she charges. She'd know her. She's been in a lot of stuff. She's, but
You could give it a try.
It's only 3 seasons. so-
I didn't even finish the first season.
hold
I
on.
Okay.
watched a few episodes
Glowing
in.
recommendation.
Like the first couple, I was into it, but then near the end, I just lost my interest into it.
Excuse me. How many episodes in did you get?
I think 5.
Oh, I've made it farther than you already. So, okay, never mind.
And are you enjoying it so far?
I liked it, but don't remember. There was only 1 season when I started, and I stopped. Something got in the way, and now I'm debating if I want to restart from episode 1 with Matt and watch all 3. So I'm just was looking for feedback on how the next kind of 2 seasons were, but obviously
I know.
I'll have to turn to
I'm
the
out.
internet for that
Nothing.
one.
These are not the reviews you.
Oh, okay, ready for this? Hashtag transition on the front of Star Wars.
Boom.
Did you guys hear that there was a leaked stuff about one of the Battlefront?
Oh yes,
3?
I posted that on our Facebook. It's
What's
it's
this?
cool.
The
It's cool.
It is. It's a pretty cool story.
EA Brazil released a video showcasing a new update that has since been removed. It included a new map of Tatooine and new costumes for Luke,
Nice going,
Leia, and
Brazil.
more.
Oh, I was wrong about. I did not.
Okay,
Still.
okay, is this Battlefront 3 or...
The new Battlefront.
Okay, that's just Battlefront.
Okay, fill me in with all this again, because I was following what
The Battlefront 3 thing.
I
Yeah,
was-
I thought you were talking about a different
Wait, is
Battlefront.
this a
story.
different Battlefront, the Battlefront 3? Or is this Battlefront 3 still?
Okay, there's Battlefront 3 that was we just felt like I'll quickly talk that video came out this week of the canceled Battlefront 3 from like the 2000 like pre-10 because there's
Like
Battlefront 1 and
360.
2 and they were making a 3, it got canceled, and now the new game's just like Battlefront reboot. That's what you're talking about, right? Like the newest one.
So-
I'm talking about the one that's like for PS4.
The new
Okay.
one.
The newest
Okay,
one, yeah.
so yeah,
The
say,
one
say
that
it
just
again.
came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So EA Brazil leaked a video of a new map of Tatooine, and then there was costumes for Luke, Leia, and some other characters as well.
Well, that's pretty
What
cool.
were
Um,
the cautions, people?
Apparently the video has since been removed, and EA has yet to comment on it. So,
The rumors are DLC's dropping in February.
Yeah, that's about right.
Are there any, like, do we know what the DLC is, or is it still just
Nope.
kind of like...
But you can
Well-
spend $60.
It's,
Yeah.
if
And
we
it's
know,
not Force Awakens stuff either.
Oh.
We
if
know
we
that.
know anything from like Battlefield, it's gonna be weapons, skins, and just your maps.
But
one
what's-
map, 2 maps, maybe?
So what? You're
Well,
gonna have
4
a
maps usually.
you're gonna have a skin of like to play as Luke. You think if there's a costume as a
see,
regular
that's-
person, that's weird.
That I've never seen that in a game before. So I mean that's kind of cool because then you can choose like, oh, you want your Tatooine skin for Luke, like his Tatooine robes, or do you want him in his like rebel pilot suit or something like that? I think that's kind of cool for like a hardcore fan.
I guess just not for $60, but
Yeah, I would pay $60.
I would much rather prefer it to be somewhere else other than Tatooine because we're already on Tatooine. For crying out loud. Fuck.
They're never gonna
Whoa! Whoa!
He said
Where would you
but-
prefer?
They should make a map in that
Dagobah or something.
That
in
was-
the,
that was
in
the
the
first
Jar
thing that
Jar's
came to
home.
mind.
What is that place called?
Yeah.
Naboo.
Naboo.
Like underwater though, like in those bubbles.
That would be
Yeah.
cool. Like
Just
in the
called Dungeons.
underwater.
Boom!
buildings.
Hire me.
not
Oh, great
bad.
idea.
And,
No, they don't wanna
and
do
then when
that.
you
You
get
don't
like
think that's a good idea?
when you get the upgrade to be like
He doesn't
a
like
Sith
anything
or a
that has to
Jedi,
do
you
with
can
Jar
play
Jar.
as Jar Jar.
No.
Yeah.
They're just not doing anything from the prequels, they said already. They said they're not doing anything from new movies and prequels. It's just the first three, like the original three.
But do you think that would be a cool map, though?
I wouldn't spend
think-
$60
do you think-
for
No,
it.
but say, do you think it would be a cool map setting? That's all I'm asking. Do you think it'd be a cool setting for a map?
No, he hates anything to do with Jar Jar.
Do I get to shoot, like, the Gongans?
Sure.
Well, then
There are
that might
Gungans running
do.
around that
But
you
if it's
can
just
shoot.
humans, then no, I don't need to play in, like,
Okay.
a children's bubble set with
Because
water.
I feel like in the original games, what's the cloning planet?
Camino.
Camino. The map, the Camino maps, where you're like on the clones, the clone, like in the cloning center. There's like the platforms
That
all
was so
around.
much
Those were
fun.
cool maps, right?
Yeah.
You agree? I feel like it'd be that, but underwater, and it would be really cool. It'd
I've
be
played
like,
something like that. I played the original Star Wars Phantom Menace game on PlayStation, where you played as Qui-Gon, and you had to go in there and fight enemies in the Gungans area in Naboo. So I've been there.
How was Jar
I don't
Jar
like-
in
Was
that?
it okay? You don't want to go back?
What?
You didn't like it?
It was
or-
actually a sweet game, but I'm sure if you look now, it's probably reviewed terribly. But it was great. I never beat the last level. You play as Obi-Wan. I never could get up. You're supposed to jump to Qui-Gon Darth Maul. Could never do it. So I just
He dies.
What?
Qui-Gon dies.
Fuck!
because I couldn't get up there.
My boy Neeson, come on.
Okay, we're good on the Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Great.
I didn't really look into this one,
Mm.
but I thought I'd bring it up for Dylan and Kirkland, who are not here.
Oh, Fire Emblem.
Yeah, Fire Emblem. Apparently, it's the the westernized version is becoming more appropriate compared to the Japanese version. So they're editing it to make it a westernized version. Any opinions on that?
Well, I feel like they did something similar with Awakening, I think.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Japan's contents are
Or at
definitely
least,
a
like,
lot
with
more
the-
Interesting.
centralized, yeah.
I remember there was like
Interesting.
there was something silly, like one of the trophies that was in like a Smash. It was like a Fire Emblem character. They had to like remove it from the game.
Oh.
Because it was with Tharja. Anyone who knows Tharja from the Fire Emblem games,
Was there
she
lots
doesn't
of
wear a lot of
tentacles?
clothing.
Ah, there you go.
I don't know. I don't really care either way, but
You'll just okay.
interesting.
I don't know. I thought maybe you might have some.
Also,
Tharja
Fire Emblem hype is
amiibo.
real. I'm stoked.
The hype is for real.
you got pre-ordered.
No,
It's not that real.
What was that triple thing that you were talking
I don't
about?
like EV games. I try to avoid
It
it.
comes
but-
with 3
saying-
games. It comes with 3 games.
Okay, there you go.
There's,
That's
like,
what I'm asking.
A good
Boom.
storyline,
No.
a bad storyline, and like a neutral storyline or something.
Like bad as in evil, not
Yeah.
like bad as in it's the bad version
Yeah,
of
like
the game.
one's like a
This
really
game
shitty
sucks,
game.
but we
right?
buy it.
It's a game that they made like 10 years ago. They never released. They're just throwing it in there to get it out.
So,
Quick
yeah,
buck.
and yeah, it's like you can only get one of them if you buy the triple pack.
I think the
right?
neutral one, like they just announced it. I think it was on that Nintendo Direct. That was a couple months ago. And yeah, I believe that's the only way you can get it is if you get the pack.
Yeah, so it's like you can buy good and bad, or if you buy the combo pack, you can get neutral as well. Because I know there's one you can't get on
Mhm.
its own.
Yeah, the
It has to
neutral
be-
one. Yeah.
So yeah, it looks.
In fact, I don't think that neutral one's even out in Japan yet, even though the games came out a few months ago. The other two.
I think you're right on that.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think it's like a
didn't know that.
newer. I don't even really know exactly. I just know.
Yeah.
I don't even have to look at it because I know I'm gonna buy it anyway. Because Fire Emblem's amazing. So
Yeah, I know Matt's gonna buy it already, so it'll be at my house.
Good
And
stuff.
I'll probably look at it and not
Nice.
get to play it because there's 3. Maybe I'll get to play.
it's a real.
one.
It's a
There
real
you go.
time sink.
Okay,
Yeah, that's the
you,
thing.
You
like,
remember how I said I was gonna bring it to Japan and play it? On I had that
Awakening?
17-hour flight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you didn't.
I packed it, and then Matt noticed I packed it, and he didn't let it leave his DS the entire trip. So,
That sounds about right.
so you know.
The game, the amazing game.
And I'm like, haven't you
No
beat
one,
this?
no,
Like,
not enough people play
yeah.
Fire Emblem.
Is it
It's
like
such a great
XCOM but
series.
with swords?
It's like an XCOM, but like much better. You know,
and with swords.
there's lots of swords. Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
you can tell by Smash characters. that represent the
Because all they
series.
have the swords.
Almost all of them have a sword. In fact, all of them.
Yeah, all of them have swords.
So yeah, moving on.
Right on.
There's a rumor that there is a new Paper Mario game coming to Wii U.
To Wii U.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Maybe that console is coming 2017.
yeah. So I don't know. It's just rumor. Apparently,
Not like a remake or anything.
well, apparently there was investigations about an unannounced Nintendo game for Wii U being published on Monday. And so now the rumor is that it's gonna be
Diddy Kong Racing too.
no Paper Mario. That's what I just said.
Is that what it is?
You
Or is
can't
that
contend
rumor?
That's
Diddy
the
Kong
rumor.
hype.
Okay.
So I'm guessing on Friday we'll end up finding out. But as of right now,
Like obviously next Friday, right?
Do you think that's going to be an accurate
Monday?
rumor, or is that speculation?
Oh, you mean next Friday on our cast? Like we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
the announcement's supposed to be on Monday, so by next Friday we should know.
I'd be excited. When I liked the last Wii one was really fun, but I'm almost just don't want to buy anything on the Wii U right now because it's just like I just don't want to buy one. Then any day, like guess what? And then like yeah, like that's my fear of like that's why I'm not like I played Super Mario Maker enough. I'm still gonna buy it, but I'm buying that once they announce a new console because that'll be like I'm making that my official last Wii U game ever
Right.
because I'm not buying Star Fox. So
I don't know if I'll buy it or not. I think I waited till
Star Fox?
No, well
Oh.
that too. I'm not buying Star Fox. Paper Mario. I waited until the last one for the Wii was like in the $20 bin. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's a fun game.
I think people like Paper Mario games overall.
Yeah,
they're fun.
That's why I'm mentioning. I know it's a popular game. It's not my first choice, but I know it's like out there.
Yeah, no, they're good.
And then my last piece of news, which is my exciting one. I don't know if it will be for anyone else really. Apparently, Nintendo's The Pokemon Company has purchased an ad spot for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
I think that's Go
Pokemon
written
Go.
all over it, yeah. And
Yeah.
that's huge, because those cost a shit ton.
This is the first time Nintendo has purchased this big of a advertisement spot. So it'll be
Wow,
interesting
awesome.
to see.
Go or Pokemon?
Pulling out all
Oh
the
no,
stops.
it's totally Go. I would
Snap for the Snapchat. New app! Add Pokemon in. No, I agree. It's
I might
100%
actually
Go.
Snapchat if that was a thing.
I'd add them, but I agree. It's 100% Go. That's
So it's exciting. I'm excited to see what is coming with it because it's been quite a while since we've really heard
True
any
enough, yeah.
news.
yeah.
So
I kind of forgot about it. Yeah.
No,
I
that-
never forget.
That,
Oh.
sounded like stalkerish. I never forget.
Oh.
No, like that means they're like this is a big deal to them. Like they're back in this big time. Like I'm actually really excited. Like I would be excited just to see like a normal preview, but to Super Bowl because that's when they want to hit mainstream people. And
Well, I mean, there's always been kind of like a slight disconnect between Nintendo and Pokemon. Like,
Yeah.
They are kind of separate entities.
Yeah.
Sort of. So.
yeah.
Well, even like when I went to
And Pokemon's have always been doing well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, it's
Humongous.
just they want. It just shows how big they want this thing to be, right? And I guarantee you. I don't guarantee you, but strong likelihood there might be a date attached to that.
well, you got to think
Probably.
like when they put out a console game like for the DS or 3DS, it's whoever owns it is going to be their target market, but everybody owns a cell phone.
Yeah.
So to target everyone is it's smart.
Yeah, and I've said this before. I don't even play Pokemon, but I might like depending on what the game is. Like Pokemon Go sounds really fun. Like just to be able to on the bus, this or that, or like Taylor says in the back of a cop car for some reason. Like all
To
the
find legendary Pokemon.
Yeah,
Finding
get
a
arrested.
Grimer in Rutland.
But like
yeah.
those sounds so that sounds so cool. Like for me, it's just pricing. I want to see what it is and everything like that. But like we're getting closer. That means it's a big deal. Like I think if they play right, it could be one of the biggest app games around. Like
I think so. Yeah.
because it's all ages. It's people that used to play with Pokemon. It's like
Well, even
new
when
kids.
Google did that, like, find them all Pokemon thing, that was huge, and that wasn't even, like, a sponsored app. That was just Google Maps partnering with the Pokemon company, and that was huge.
I didn't even know about this.
I haven't heard about that either.
No one? I,
You're the Pokemon.
It wasn't as huge
yeah,
as
I guess
thought.
I...
You're the Pokemon
Well,
expert.
I'm the Pokemon person, so if it's Pokemon...
You're gonna hear about it.
Google, you, like, zoomed into Google Maps, and if you, like, moved around, you could find Pokemon in Google Maps, and then you could, like, click on them to catch them, and I think it was whoever found all of them, like, the top 5 out of the fastest got, like, interviews to go work for, like, Google Maps.
Cool.
Wow.
So,
Sweet.
that was, back
That's a
when we
missed
worked at
opportunity.
Target.
Why didn't you tell me about that? Could have been,
Working for Google right now.
Hey.
could have been making Pokemon for a living.
You should have Googled it.
Whoa!
Heyo!
I'm just kidding.
In the search bar.
Nice. Yeah, anyway, that was my excitement.
What up, Travis? I know
Alright.
you've been itching.
I got
to
some-
get your
No, I haven't.
Timbits out there.
I haven't. We talked Star Wars, and we've touched on a couple of
What's
ponds.
the transition? Tell me what you're
Okay.
going to tell me.
We'll talk some superheroes, whatnot, for the tidbits. I talked a little bit about it on one of our specials that I did with the comic book, so I won't rant too much about there, but Suicide Squad trailer came out this week. What does everyone think? You all watched
For
it,
me,
correct?
I watched it.
I did.
Okay,
yeah,
I wasn't sure. You just looked faintly
I
at me.
had
I'm
something on my
I'm
mind.
like, I
there.
made one request.
Sorry.
Did you see it, Taylor?
No.
Nice.
He's lying.
For
he's,
me,
he's
um,
fucking lying. He's gonna make it up. He's gonna be like, yeah, it was good. I like the Joker. Don't tell. No. Let Taylor go first. What did you like about the trailer?
Yeah, I'm down here.
What was your favorite part of it?
Yeah, how long was it? No.
I like seconds
Oh.
30 through 34.
What was my favorite part? Well, there's a part with the Joker, and I really liked. It was I can't remember the name of the band that did the music, but the music.
Queen!
Queen,
It's
there you
fucking
go.
Queen!
Sorry,
One of the biggest music acts of all time!
Sorry, my mind was
That
drawing a
song
blank.
is one of people's favorites of all time. Bohemian
dare
Rhapsody.
you.
That was so.
Oh, what is
Tell
that
us an
band?
infinitive amount of facts about Z Nation, and you can't even tell us who sings Bohemian
No,
Rhapsody.
it's not
band?
that I just said I forgot the name of it, just so I couldn't remember it, because I saw the trailer earlier, so it's not like I had it.
Earlier today?
Yeah.
I feel hurt.
I haven't seen it today at all. It doesn't matter. You should know that's Queen.
Everyone, every single person in the world knows every single lyric to that song.
Yeah.
I know, I'm singing in my head right now.
I'm particular with my music.
You're particularly.
Okay, if you've never
No matter
driven
how
in your
particular
car
our
and
queen
rocked out
is.
to that song,
Yeah.
you've never driven.
I rock
properly.
out to, like, Star Wars songs and
You don't have a soul.
Assassin's Creed songs. That's what I rock out to when I'm driving.
So you liked that band
Yeah.
that played that song?
No, I thought.
Yeah,
I
they're an
thought,
okay band. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think they-
they're not gonna do much, you know. A couple, maybe a
Prediction for 2016 is they're not going to sell many records.
Yeah, they're two words.
Ah.
No, I thought the music with each character's personalities in that trailer, I thought it was really good. Like, I really liked seeing Killer Croc more on that too, because the other first trailer you didn't really get to see him, and just when it's like, oh, you got a guy who eats people, or a crocodile who
That
eats
was
people,
good.
and you see him just like pull a guy in the water, and just,
You're possessed by a witch.
Yeah,
she's
like,
crazy.
it gave a little more in depth into their characters. Like when the guy is like creaking open the can.
It's Captain
and
Boomerang. By
Captain
the way.
Boomerang. Okay, I don't know their names yet, but he's just
Captain Boomerang.
That's legit his
creaking it
name.
open. I
He's
think
assassin that uses boomerangs.
10K.
I wouldn't have guessed.
Yeah,
Okay.
10K, they call him on the streets. 10K.
I'm looking forward to it because I can't remember the last time, if they even ever had a movie really, where they have all these villains together and you get to see their point of view.
Yeah, no, it's the first. There's never been like just a villain movie. Like it's always been talked about. Everyone thought Loki might be the first one they might try it with, but DC's beat them to that and the Wonder Woman movie because there's no Marvel movie with just a female. So DC's laying it down.
For me, the trailer, it actually very much reminded me of Guardians of the Galaxy in that
Oh, yeah.
I don't know any of these characters really.
That
Yeah.
feel.
Like, because I'm not even like a Batman fan. Like, I don't even really know I know who the Joker is, but there's not like no attachment there. But like the trailer was good, and like I get to see who these characters are.
Yeah.
Looks funny. So for me, it was just pretty much like Guardians of the Galaxy run back,
All
pretty
over
much,
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which ended up being an amazing movie. So
Yeah,
yeah, looks good to me.
I thought it was a great trailer.
yeah.
I like Queen.
I'm not judging if you don't like it. Don't.
No, I really think it was a great
Someone
trailer.
can say it's bad,
It
huh?
got me way more excited than the first one.
That's what I'm saying.
And
Which is good.
I thought the way they presented the Joker in this one was better than
Mhm.
before.
I'll disagree there, but
Yeah.
I feel like
don't
they-
like the
the
Joker.
first.
You,
I feel
you
like
should
in
let
the
everyone
first
else
one,
go around the room, Travis, before you get started.
I just want to quickly say what because he's making a good point with the first trailer. The only thing I like more is they made it like an event to see the Joker. Where this one he's just kind of thrown in like halfway. They're like, oh, there's this guy named the Joker. That's
Fair
my
enough.
only thing.
Fair
But he had a lot of cool
Alright.
stuff. So like,
But I think the way they, I don't know. I know you're questioning the way they're playing the Joker. I guess
portraying
the,
him.
Yeah.
the portraying him. Yeah. And I think that. I was on the same page. I thought it was kind of odd, I guess. I
Mhm.
wasn't really on board for it, but I think the way they did this trailer, it removed some doubt, I guess.
Mhm.
I'm more okay with it. And, yeah, I thought it was a sick trailer, the way they introduced all the cast and everything, so.
you okay over there, Taylor?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
looking at me.
What? Just chilling.
Well, yeah.
Jessica?
Well, I thought it was
I'm just.
I mean, like, I'm
Playing
in the
Mafia
same
here.
boat with Dylan. I don't really know
Yeah.
much about it, but I mean, I
You don't know about Captain Boomerang?
don't know who Captain
You don't know about
Boomerang is.
Slipknot or
My
Alfie
favorite hero of
Alamo?
all time.
Nope.
These are real characters in the
Okay.
movie.
But I did know
Oh.
that the song was
Yeah.
by Queen, so, you know, I
Nice.
get that. Yeah, no, I like their Harley Quinn. I don't mind the Joker as much as like you seem to really not like the tattoos and stuff. I'll give you the one on the forehead.
That's my biggest problem. I could deal with all of them except the
the forehead one damaged.
If that was gone, I would really have no complaints. The damage one is just too. It's too. I just don't feel like Joker would be like, tattoo damaged on my head. Like it's just something weird like that. But I could deal with.
Maybe there's an amazing backstory for why. He had
That's why I never 100% judge. It's always like we'll see. But as of right now, it's like
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know really what Will Smith. I saw him on the poster, but I didn't really know.
He's Deadshot.
Okay,
He's
so
one of the
there you go.
best assassins. One of the world's best assassins.
Formerly known as 10K.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Number 2 only to Captain Boomerang.
I think Captain Boomerang might be third. I think number one's probably
Really?
Deathstroke. He might be in the movie.
Deathstroke.
And where's Joker?
What? He's not assassin.
Oh.
Assassin would get like
Okay,
paid.
this
He's
is
just
like
like-
I didn't know those were all specific assassins.
Oh yeah, no, like he's like
Is
legit
there like a
contract.
ranking for this?
I
Like
think
a
so.
legit ranking somewhere where you can look it up?
Travis
No.
likes to make lists.
Yeah, I'm always making lists.
Okay.
Every comic book, there's another killer.
No, but like he's always says like the top 5. Like if
Alright, okay.
if you're a mob boss, you want someone hit, you're gonna call Deadshot. He like doesn't miss,
Okay.
but he'll miss.
He'll like make a dead shot.
If he makes a
Boom.
shot, you're probably dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
Together we worked out the name.
All-
That's how they wrote
clap,
comics
let's
in the 70s, right there. On their LSD, but no, like with the Joker, the whole thing is like other than what I say with that, I really like what he's doing so far. Like I like the character stuff. Like so, the only thing for me is the tattoos. It's just
And
not.
it's just the damage.
It's just the
one.
damage one. Like I could be like old man, be like, oh, you know what? Like screw all the tattoos. They're going for something different, so I'm like, that's fine. But the ones like damaged, I don't like when he has ha on him. Like the ones that are really like kind of obvious. Like there's one on his arm that I really like. That is a dead Robin, and it's because he's killed Robin in this continuity. So
Okay.
stuff like that. That's the stuff I like. Of
See,
like,
I wouldn't
oh,
have even known that. If
yeah,
you...
and that's what I mean. So there's potential for like really cool tattoos, but then there's just the damaged ones that or like the teardrop with a J. It's kind of like I said, I'm at the point because I really like the trailer. I'm just gonna this will be the last cast. I'll bring the tattoos to the Suicide Squad because I'm just like
I feel
accepting
like it
it.
could be something with Harley. Because
I'm
like
hoping.
in the comics, don't they call each other like damaged and stuff all the time?
She calls him Puddin' and he calls her Toots.
But there was something else about damage. I saw like someone posted a picture on Facebook at one point.
There's a lot of made up stuff out
Conspiracy
there.
theory.
This is true.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. What were you gonna say?
Do you think there's going to be any actual superheroes?
Batman's in it. Well,
Batman's in it?
Well, he's a
Well-
great superhero all the time, actually.
yeah.
But yeah, he is in it.
He is in it? Okay.
That's
Is that Ben
apparently
Affleck?
their ace card. Yeah, they don't know if it's a flashback to show how Joker got into prison, or if Joker busts out and Batman's like, "Well, I guess I'm there." But he is in the movie. He won't be like a big player, but they say key scenes he'll be in. So
Okay.
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
you think he's going to be supportive of the Suicide Squad? Or
No,
against it?
not at all.
Completely
No,
against
no.
it?
He hates them.
Even though...
He hates Amanda Waller, all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, because even though they're doing good stuff, there are a lot of
Their
shady
purpose,
people, and they
yeah.
kill people to get stuff done. So it's like,
yeah, and that's just against it.
yeah, so he's against killing.
Okay,
That's a big
cool.
no for him. But no, like with the whole trailer was really good. Like you said, it's very Guardians. Like I've said that before. Like I always felt like that was what they wanted to do, and it is that kind of like for people like you don't know these people, but it looks like a lot of fun. Like the editing of the trailer is really good. Like with Camp Boomerang, that one part where like Queen's going nuts, and then it goes dead quiet, and he like opens up the beer, takes a drink, and then it goes back to that. Like whoever edited the trailer like deserves an Oscar. It was so well done, and there's a lot of really cool shots, and yeah, like I'm looking forward to it. There's like a couple critiques I have. Like sometimes I just want to see the Joker a bit more in purple. Like I feel like that might be my only thing. They're just trying to make him too different. Like
Yeah.
there's a couple things in there that are like nods to the comics, but when he's just I want to just see him in a one purple suit, you know. Like, but other than
What's
that,
the release date on this one?
August, like I think it's 22nd, 18th, something like that. Yeah. I mean, favorite part of the trailer is when we don't know what it is, but when Joker jumps in for Harley, and we don't know if he's saving her, if he pushed her in there, or something like that. But it's a really good shot of them coming out of the chemicals, and I'm a big sucker for Joker and Harley, so I think it really looks good, and like I actually think the character of Joker, he looks like he's doing good. Like he looks scary, he looks threatening. Like all I have like problems with him right now are just like little like nitpick things. But that's why like today I said this week after the trailer, like I'm officially turned off. Like I'm not talking about the tattoos. I'm just gonna take it because he signed a contract. He's gonna be around for 10 years. So like I'm gonna enjoy it. Like I'm
You
gonna
got it,
yeah, like I have no choice. Like unless the performance is really bad, but So
I don't know. I've said it before, but I still enjoy the more modern take that they're doing. I'll agree the damage on the forehead is bad, but like the tattoos and the dyed hair, like Harley with the dyed pigtails, and
I'm
stuff like
fine,
that.
yeah.
Like I think it's good that they've taken on this more modern approach to it. Like it just kind of, I don't know. For me, like
They
I've
had
always
to
had
do
like the
something
one thing is
hair
like
and the.
one thing is like Batman always has to look the same pretty much. So I guess with the Joker,
yeah.
you know, you can switch it up more.
They changed
If
up his
other
look a
comic
little
fans
bit.
were in
You
here,
probably,
they
you
might
probably got
fight
really
with you,
pissed
but-
off. At
Yeah, yeah. He
But
does.
to
look-
me, he's always looked pretty
Yeah,
much the
he
same.
just has to look like
whether
a
or not
bat.
he has like slightly different armor. I don't know. He always looks
He's
pretty
always
much
got
the
like the bat ears and.
From behind, he always looks the
And the
exact
suit's
same.
gray, by the way.
Well,
First ever. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Suits
I don't know.
gray.
Just little
Yeah,
things.
first time in the movie, it's like gray. And it's
Yeah,
like-
there's black in it though. It's not
There's-
100%.
Oh no,
gray.
but like the main body armor.
What about the
Anyway,
cape?
see, this is what I mean. This is what would happen.
This is
The
nitpicking.
cape is
Gray?
always black. It has
Okay,
to be.
good.
Yeah.
I'd be
That's what I'm saying. From behind, he always looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Boom.
Where Joker, you're going.
Oh, I was just saying like they have a lot more creative freedom with
Yeah.
portraying in different ways. Right?
Yeah, and that's why I can never.
You might
have-
as well do it. Right?
That's why I can never have too much big of a problem with that because it's like it's the Joker. He's crazy. He should kind of look different. I'm always fine for different looks. I just still want like obviously he's pale white and he's green, so they're already close to the comics. But I still want a few things. Like my big thing is like there's one where he's laying in all the knives around him, and he's like. His shirt is white, and then all his pants and vest are black. It's like that's probably like just make that purple, you know. And it could be because it's trailer, but that for me is just like just make it purple, like that's little things like that, like it like because it's just the character. But
And it's things that aren't hard to fix.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's just
Yeah.
little stuff. Even the tattoos, I'm fine with. I don't even like, and I like the one he has a tattoo of a mouth on his hand because all his teeth are busted, so you can go like that, and it's like a real mouth. Like I like it. It's just that one because it's really distracting too. My thing is like that's what I'm looking forward to in scenes where he's talking. If that is distracting, like that's my thing. It's the eye one's not even that bad because it's so small, but the damage is from there to there.
In the trailer, you don't really notice it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's why
I
I'm
didn't
kind of like
notice it at all.
letting it go because I'm like, okay, it's not as bad. In pictures, when it's just his face, it's right up in your face, and it's like this is gonna be tough. But like I said, and you still want to hear the story. Like I want to hear like why he has tattoos. Like and that's the other thing for me. The movie never explains why because Joker's. He had one dragon tattoo way back. It's a terrible comic, but he's never mainly had tattoos. So I want them to like give some story or something. But if it's just like, oh yeah, he just has tattoos, then it's like, well, that's
No,
lame.
he doesn't.
Yeah, so it's like I want them to be like, oh, even if it's a throwaway line of like, oh, he did this because he was just bored in prison, something, you know, like so. Yeah, that was it for, not me, but like just for superhero stuff. Oh well, I guess I was gonna bring up earlier, but talking about Walking Dead, it was announced Friday that Lauren Cohen, the girl that plays forgetting her name,
Maggie?
Yeah, she's playing Bruce Wayne's mother in Batman vs Superman.
Mother?
Yeah, she's the flashback. So the one that
Okay,
got shot.
flashback. Okay, I was
Yeah.
like,
Like teen
she...
pregnancy or something?
No, it's a
She's a
flashback.
Well, I know,
flashback.
but if it
Yeah.
wasn't a flashback.
And then who's the dad is being played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's playing Negan in Walking Dead. So that's kind of cool. So it's nothing big, just like cool, fun fact, good for her.
It's
Like
gonna be zombie crossover.
nope, not at all. There's no
Some
zombies.
seaweed. Maybe that's why he got those tattoos.
Seaweed man.
Let's see. I have a few more things. It's official. Tom Cruise is in the Mummy reboot. They're rebooting Brendan Fraser's
We
Mummy.
can go ahead and not do that.
I'm excited for that. I love Tom Cruise. I love the
I
Mummy
know,
series.
That makes me a little bit excited.
So, is it a new story or is it a reboot, same story, just new character or new actors?
They just say
playing?
reboot of the Mummy series starring Tom Cruise.
I hope it's like a different story, but same kind of.
Well, I think so because that's a reboot. If they said a remake with Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm thinking,
so-
yeah.
so-
Well, that's cool.
We're for that. Jessica's not. Dylan, how do you feel about
No opinion.
No way on Tom
I
Cruise?
just don't think it's necessary.
Oh, Tom Cruise.
It's always necessary.
I don't like him. Don't hate him. He's just.
It's just his tooth.
Leave his teeth alone.
What's up with
He was
his
born
tooth?
like that.
He's got
he have-
he's got one tooth in the center.
Oh really?
Like right in the middle.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh,
you
that's
see a
weird.
picture. Well,
That's
look-
probably
I never
something I
noticed
won't be able to
that.
unsee, but
I'll-
I've never noticed
yeah.
it before.
While they're talking, I'll look it up here quickly.
And this is just quickly for comic book fans, or people that want to be comic fans. In summer, DC's rebooting their comics. They're starting from one, just like Marvel did this year. So same thing I recommend if you want to read comics, get on Marvel. Same thing in summer. They're going to start over at a new issue 1 and this and that. So if you want to start reading, now's a good jumping on point because they're going to start with a bunch of new stories and continuity and whatnot. And yeah, it's
I've
a
never
good time.
noticed that before.
Yeah, I didn't notice that until I saw the picture.
Big tooth.
Good lord.
Do you want to look at it again?
No, I've
Shout outs
seen
to
it
Tom Cruise.
He's still on the
still
man
like
crush
you.
list.
Still a good actor.
I think he's number 5.
It's just so
He's still
awkward
matter
to
to
look
me.
at.
Wait, number 5 on the man crush list?
Yeah.
Number 5,
Really?
really? I
Just in
wouldn't
the order
put
I've
him
put them, not there's no order.
Yeah,
just
right,
like
yeah.
yeah.
Who's
I think
number
I'm
one?
I think I'm adding Oscar Isaacs, Michael B. Jordan, and there's another guy that I'm adding soon. That I'm very close to adding, but Oscar Isaac for
our
sure.
list would be very different.
I know. I definitely know that.
Point it out there.
Yeah, there's somebody else, but yeah.
Where's Fassbender on your list?
Well, he's number 9, but it's not in form of like.
I think you
top
need to
bomb,
put
it's
these in
just
order. That's kind of confusing.
I actually do think you need to put them in an order.
If I put them
Yeah.
in order, Bale and Fassbender would be tied for number 1, and then Mickelson 3. Because I don't talk
who's
about
tied with Fast?
Bale. I don't talk about him a lot on here, but like,
Christian Bale?
yeah, Christian Bale's like idol. Like, oh, if I could one day work with that guy, like life complete. Like, I think he's one of him and Fassbender to me are like 2 of the greatest actors of this generation. So, speaking about actors and generations and whatnot, last week we touched a little bit upon the controversy of the Oscars So White. Remember we talked about that, about it just being very so
No
they're
black guys being nominated.
or women, anything like that.
Or Asians.
Well, yeah, just of anything. So, if you're not white, you weren't getting nominated pretty much. So, in the next couple of years, they're going to be changing stuff. There's rumors that they're going to make the nominees like bigger. So instead of 5 acting noms and directors, there might be like 7 or 9, which I like, but it's like not a whole fix to the problem.
It's not going to fix it at all.
Yeah, it's like the Dark Knight
Just
thing.
can nominate more white people.
Yeah, but what they're doing now, I posted on our Facebook.
Or it'll just be like weird, like the 4 good movies or like best movies, and then like, oh, let's throw a black guy in there too.
That's why I worry.
even it
It's
out,
like
right?
the whole thing of like they did that with the Dark Knight when it was just 5 and they didn't nominate, but the next year there was 10. So it's like, oh, so movies that people make a big deal about, we'll nominate them, but we're no way going to give them Best Picture, you know. So,
Yeah.
but what they're doing in the next few years, I said I posted on our Facebook. I'm not going to go down like there's a whole official like we're changing this, they're doing this, but in the next their plan is by 2020 have a big group of diversity and women in the Academy, because now they're doing this thing where.
The panel?
Yeah,
Okay.
that vote and whatnot. If you're put into the Academy, you get a 10-year pass, and if you've done nothing for like motion picture wise or anything like that in the 10 years, you're out until you can get accepted in, or unless you're like a previous nominee or winner. Like it's a whole big.
I like that.
Yeah, there's like literally like 10 different now rules, but it's pretty much just saying like if you're an older person, maybe gentleman that just won an Oscar, did something a while back, and now you're just sitting there and not doing anything, you have to be participating in the art to have a say now.
I like that.
So
I think
that's what I mean. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not going to list them off. There's a bunch of really cool rules so far. So it seems like in the next, and that's not going to take place this year, obviously, because they did nominations, but the next few years, there's all these things of like, oh, and it's like when you get kicked out, you'll always have stuff like you can attend the Oscars. So it's not like that. Like, you'll still have like privileges, but you won't be able to vote. Like, you have to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you go 3 years in a row, or 3 terms in a row, which means if you 30 years, you have the option of being like a lifetime member and always getting the vote. So that means you would have to be for 30 years active in the community to be able to get a vote. And like I said, there's a bunch of rules, but for someone that like me, that's a big film nerd, like wants to be in film, it's really cool to see that it will be some younger people and just other people that are getting in there instead of people that maybe acted like 40 years ago and are voting on like what's the best picture in 2016. And it's like, I'm not saying like
That'll definitely skew the vote.
yeah, like I'm not saying like those people shouldn't have a voice, but it should be other people should have a voice too. You know?
Do you
And
know
just-
how many people are, like how many panelists
It's
there
like in the thousands.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, it's big
Wow.
time because like if you just get nominated, and sometimes they just put random people like Russell Brand. I don't know if he's in there, but and they're just like Russell Brand's in there. Like they would just put in people, but now it's like you have to been working, been nominated, stuff like that. Like it's like there's more rules to it, and it's more open.
I like that.
So
I think that's good.
next year, there's a 2016 prediction. Next year, you're not gonna see the hashtag Oscars So White. So, like, it's gonna be like next year they're not gonna screw up again. They're not gonna have like such a like specific like white people and that's it. Like next year, even if like Dylan said they just put them in there just to seem different, they're gonna do that because they got a lot of heat this year. Because even the co-president, she's African American, she just didn't really know what to say when they asked her like, "What do you think about this?" And it's like, I don't know. And then now there's all these like rules
That
changing.
sucks.
So yeah, it sucks, but it's totally awesome. And like for someone that's like inspiring like filmmaking one day, like it's cool to see like something new added for like the coming generation. So yeah, like if you're into film, I'd say look, it's on our Facebook page, GeekVerse Podcast. But it's like they have a list over 10. There's a bunch of other stuff like that, but it's just a cool read. And yeah, and that's my tidbits. It actually went faster than I thought. So
Right now?
does anyone else have anything to say before we?
I've got a couple more. Just
Go
little
ahead.
quick things.
I thought you said you had a name for your segment.
I do, but I don't actually have any content for the segment, so I'll wait
But
till next week.
you gave us content at the beginning. You're giving us now.
No, I didn't.
That's not content?
This isn't the content from my segment. This is just stuff that I forgot.
You mean like a segment? Like a...
Like JK anime? Like the thing that me and Kirkland are going to like start eventually?
Because I just call
like
whatever I talk
dynamic.
about Dylan's Donuts.
Yeah, that's what we thought you were talking about.
Yeah, no. Like,
So-
what you just had Travis Tidbits.
Yeah.
I have a thing that... a
Then
name for what I want to do, but this isn't related to that.
Okay.
This
I don't
is
know what
for
the hell
me
you're talking about.
I don't
related.
know either.
I'm just going to talk about news that I wanted to talk about earlier, but I forgot to.
Okay.
But the tidbits and the donuts are like our news, so that's when you're like, oh, like it's like your guys' news things. We thought like you were naming your news segment. Are you or are you not?
No, I'm not naming my news segment.
Okay.
We're gonna have to talk about this after.
Yes.
I'm so
don't worry.
lost.
Don't worry about it. Next week it'll be much clearer.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
there you go. There's your
Cool.
tease.
Anyways, news that I didn't
Might be.
say. If you're hyped for the Division, Ubisoft.
Taylor's sad.
we talked about the Division last week, and you weren't here. And it's very sad. Anyways, I
But you
don't know
listen
if
to
you
the cast,
know
right?
about this. Ubisoft's collaborated with a bunch of really popular YouTubers to make
Oh,
videos.
No, that's not good.
It's actually pretty cool. They made these like kind of backstory intro videos that kind of get you into the game and sort of like set the kind of story and what's the word?
Taylor's so interesting.
Not environment.
Me and
Plot
Dylan
line?
had like
Spirit?
jumped
Not
down,
plot
Taylor's
line.
perked up.
And
Do you have a
atmosphere.
setting?
Off the top,
Atmosphere.
off the top of
setting
your head,
sort
do you
of
have any
thing.
examples of these YouTubers?
Yes, Corridor Digital.
Oh,
Okay.
Do you guys know Corridor Digital?
No,
Corridor
I
Digital.
thought it was gonna be a bunch of like those weird blogger people.
No. Like
Smosh. Shut up.
No. Like actual like that make good
Corridor
like,
Digital
video
has some
content.
really,
What
really
was
sick-
that
Like
one
that are they
that
don't
was,
just
like,
go on there and talk for
A
hours.
long time ago, and he was like super annoying. Fred,
Fred, I don't know.
is he one of them?
Let's not.
I don't
You don't
think
know?
so.
You don't know Fred?
I know two of them. I haven't
Oh
watched
my God,
all these.
it's Fred!
I do.
The high pitched voice guy.
Really?
No, I don't know.
For
Wow, I'm
many years, he was
impressed.
the
I'm kind
highest
of
subscribed
glad
guy
I
on
don't.
YouTube.
He's
for
got a
some reason.
movie too, you know.
I'm impressed you managed to avoid
Don't let
Fred.
anybody
I'm
make a movie. Now.
Feeling like I'm pretty glad I did.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, so yeah, Corridor Digital is one of them. I think it's Rocket Jump
Nice.
is another one. Both they make. I've seen some of their videos. They make phenomenal videos. Corridor Digital is probably one of my.
You should
favorite
actually go to those YouTube
content
channels and
creators.
watch. They have
Check
really
them out. They have
videos.
amazing things. Really, really well done content.
Video Game High School. Have you
Anyways.
heard of that?
I've not heard.
That's
of
Rocket
yeah,
Jump.
I've not heard
Right.
of any of
Anyways,
this.
okay.
It's on Netflix.
I just want to get this out there. So basically, just YouTube Agent Origins, the Division sort of thing. There is basically these backstories to like specific characters. I don't know if these characters actually be in the game or if they're just kind of setting the atmosphere sort of thing. But I've only watched the Corridor Digital one actually myself. But there are a whole bunch of them. I was very impressed with the Corridor Digital one. Really well done. Definitely recommend checking them out. So that's that. Prison Architect. Really well received PC game. It's coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and Xbox 360. So if you saw the game, weren't able to play it because you have a console,
You are.
it's coming out.
It's a really well made game.
And then also, kind of sad news for PC people, Mortal Kombat 10 is no longer going to get any support on the PC. I never played the game on PC, but I mean,
Didn't it like not work?
apparently it was really crappy. But basically, they pretty much cut all
I was
support. Like
actually
even the
interested in
newest,
that,
all
so
the
really-
DLC is now like they're not even releasing the next DLC on PC. It's only consoles.
So they're just
Wow.
accepting that the game was broken and leave
Yeah,
it.
I think so.
Warner Brothers having a bad year. That and like the Batman game. Not a good year for Warner Brothers. It's not. It's not. That's two games that are not working on PCs. Like
Happens often though.
that's
That's
why I don't have PC.
Yep, that's about it.
Okay.
That's
Alright,
those
cool.
things.
Do
For
we have
your
bread and butter?
unknown.
Yep. Don't worry
Tyler's
about it.
unknown segment.
Yeah, that's what it
Did
is
we
now.
decide on bread and butter this week?
Bread and butter was the news. We didn't need bread
Yeah.
and butter. We just had appetizers.
We had a lot
Just
of.
straight
we had a lot of
appetizers.
things.
Yeah, no, we just the appies. Maybe next
Just
week
the
there'll be some
appies.
bread and butter. Maybe you can tell us a topic we'd like to talk about. Where would they tell us that, Taylor?
I wonder.
Well, I don't have a cell phone, so I don't really know. They can't text me or anything.
Oh my god.
Are you joking or do you understand the transition I'm doing right now? God damn it.
Maybe you should just
Taylor's
get a
jokes
cell
are so
phone.
next level that we don't even get them.
Maybe you should just get a cell phone.
Yeah,
I could get a cell phone.
please, just
You
But-
have a cell phone. Just put a plan on it.
Just pay as you go. Put $20.
I
message.
will.
You
I
say
will.
No, you've been
that-
saying that
yeah.
for a minute.
No,
You've been
you've been
saying
saying
that
that
since the summer.
2015.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm gonna do when I do put time on that
You know what I'm gonna do when I do?
Are you gonna wish you could wish your feelings away?
Yeah. When I do get time on that cell phone, I'm gonna go on to the internet.
Time, but that's for phone.
Hashtag
You didn't say
transition.
for you didn't
That's
say
data.
data. You said minutes.
I think you guys are being very nitpicky. He's trying to say something.
I'm trying to
Just do
transition
your
here.
But it's
outro.
taking this long to get a goddamn plan. If we had had it, we wouldn't be on this
Okay,
conversation.
if you go to Facebook, search the GeekVerse podcast. We're the first ones on Facebook.
Boom. We should hopefully.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We should be the only ones. GeekVerse Cast, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes. Subscribe there. Specials
Google.
galore. Rate us. We got a new review on iTunes. Thank you for that.
Was
We're
it
at
good?
5. Yeah, it was. We're at 5 stars on iTunes.
Is that 5 out of 5?
Oh.
Yeah, it's 5. There's 5.
Let's
5 people
go.
reviewed us, and then 5. I think there's 1 4-star. But either
Was
way,
that the guy that complained about the sneezing?
yeah,
Or-
about Taylor's cool.
Just a little
Wait, was that Windy Fart?
fudger.
Was that
No,
Windy
fart.
Fart that rated us? Is that
Yeah,
who
but he
that
still gave
was?
us a 4. You
Fart.
know, he likes.
Oh,
That's still
Windy
good.
Fart.
That's a
He's-
4.
See,
Like
that
that's
star is just for your
80%.
cold. If you
He's-
weren't sick, we'd have we'd have full 5 stars.
He's just a fart in the wind. That's all.
Nice
He
job.
is the Windy Fart.
But yeah, make sure you follow me on Twitter so I can beat Taylor on our Facebook page. I'm
Nope.
almost at 100.
Just go onto our Facebook. I don't know why people don't go on our Facebook.
We've had a lot of people these past 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, but we
shout out
have-
to Jacob who's been mentioning us.
We got like
Messaging us. Yeah.
300 listeners to one episode. Where are those 300 listeners on our Facebook
That was
page?
pure Star Wars hype. That's why they use us. We're like a whore. They just use us and we're never seen again until next year's Star Wars. And then they'll come back when they're having problems with their marriage. But
We'll always be there for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll be back next week. I don't know what we'll
Yep.
be talking about, but it will not be.
It'll be
boring.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Taylor already cursed it, but I guarantee it'll be at least decent.
It will not be boring. So.
My new segment will be revealed.
There you go.
The hype is building already.
Tyler's unknown segment. Well, I'll run a poll and people can guess.
Yeah, sounds good.
With our 89 Twitter followers.
Yeah, the polls usually do good
Okay.
The polls are fun.
because I retweet
I'm
them. I
interested to
retweet them
see.
to my 450 followers. So that's why.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why.
Shout out to those people. But
Alrighty.
take care. Have a good weekend,
Thanks
week,
for
wherever
listening.
you listen to this.
Have a
Stay
good
safe.
day, night, week.
Year,
Yeah.
Existence.
decade. If you listen to us
Enjoy it.
10 years from when we drop this. We've killed Taylor because he didn't get a phone. Or to have his phone.
I couldn't call the cops.
That was a good one.
A good ending.
Yeah, good ending. Perfect.
Oh, that's great.
That was a good cast.
Finally, I can eat this freaking burger.
Oh yeah,
I've been waiting.
so cold, yeah.
Probably looked at it